came on. Bobby Barlow.
All right, we are live. Let's see. We got technical. No, just Jeff is here. Kyle is here. Bobby Barlow is here. Hey guys.
Howdy, everyone.
I hope you're staying cool in the heat. It's 92.
We actually were pretty good today. We hit like 78 degrees, but like 10% humidity with a light wind. It was beautiful outside.
Well, it's 92 here, and I don't like it. All right. So, Andy, did you go shooting?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
You got to hear this. I was so concentrated on reloading stuff for the Rossi 357 that I didn't pay any attention. So I go to grab the 44, and I got no bullets loaded.
Oh.
So I took the Ruger PCC with me to test out the new trigger and all the springs and whatnot. The trigger is unbelievably good. And I don't feel a real difference in the recoil with the different recoil spring and the buffer pad that was put in. But it shot lights out. Haven't shot that thing in probably middle of last summer was the last time I shot it. And it just lights out.
Okay, Michael Scribner is here. Hey, Michael. Well,
one guy.
That's good. One guy is here. Wow, he's early tonight. Hey, one guy, how's it going?
And the Rossi, the Rossi will not shoot zinc bullets. The only gun in my arsenal that won't, and it's the twist rate. If I really wasn't paying attention to that, or I wouldn't have bought the rifle.
Oh, come on. You can still shoot lead out of it.
No, but I'm just saying I would have went with, spent another $100 and got something with the whatever, 1-in-18 twist, whatever the hell they are,
Well, why don't you get another CVA in 357?
Yeah, I'm not going to spend more money. I don't need to do that. Then I got to load another batch of bullets. For every gun's got different bullets, so I'm just going to stay with the Rossi. What I'll do is I'll keep some. Always have a box of 50 loaded of some hot zinc stuff to clean the barrel out after shooting the lead. But the issue is the twist rate. Okay, it's not physical size of the bullet that it doesn't like. It's the physical weight of the bullet being so light. That twist rate will not put a good spiral on the bullet. So the bullet is wobbling, therefore it's not shooting straight. That explains the shotgun pattern that I'm getting. I'm down to a 3-inch pattern with really hot stuff, but I put light loads of 158 grain Lee truncated cone, tumble lube, which is basically a flat base, like 5 grains of my powder and less than a half-inch group, and 6 grains of powder. Didn't shoot much. There's a spot when I do the video on it. When I make up the video, you'll see the target. I mean, I'm putting 3 out of 5 of the bullets in one hole. Like, it's like you can't ask for better than that. To me, out of a lever gun, I don't think you can get anything better than that. Now I just got to expand the range because that's only 25 yards, testing which bullets are the right ones. And so now we'll go out we got to load up a bunch of rounds. I'm going to load 2 different powder charges for the 100 yards and see which one is performing best, and that's the one I'll keep. So the Lee mold, the 6-cavity mold, so I can pound out a ton of bullets, which I probably have about 1,000 made anyway. So
yeah, so keep, don't give up on lead. You got 6-cavity molds, so you might as well use them.
Well, I'm not going to give up on it. I just gonna load them a little harder and powder coat them. That's all.
Yeah.
These were only like 11 to 12 BHN and powder coated. So I'll try to get 14, 15 BHN out of it. And not that I need it because I'm only doing like 1,000 feet per second. I mean,
yeah.
I gotta read the chrono numbers when I read the show you the targets, which I hopefully make the video in the upcoming week.
Okay.
It definitely shoots lights out. The gun is accurate. I had to replace the scope mount, which I discovered before I went to the range. I was, cleaning it. Checking the screws and things. That one screw that always loosens up. And I said, you know what? I said, I want to just make sure the scope is tight. So I put a wrench on the mount bolts, and the front one is fine. I turned the back one that's spinning. It's just like, are you kidding me? I couldn't get it out on top of it, so I had to drill it out, and I ordered a good mount, and I put it on the gun. I took out my laser bore sighter, and it was in the same exact spot as when I took it off. I said, I can't believe that. Yep. So I didn't adjust the scope. It's shooting about a half inch to the left, but dead center. And I said, left it alone. I didn't want to touch nothing because I was playing with too many different bullets. I wanted it to stay the same. So next time out, I'll adjust the scope where I want it to hit. I want it to be like a half inch right and half inch high. That's where I want it to group.
Okay.
And so that issue is solved. Other than now, the new scope mount, I have to take that ejection piece I made on the bottom of the scope. I peeled it off the old one, and I won't do it tomorrow because I got the cleaning lady tomorrow. But I will try to put that on new mount, which the new mount is actually a tad lower. It's maybe an eighth of an inch lower. So
Just Jeff says get some extra screws at the hardware store like Andy Griffith did in a bank guard. Wait a minute, what episode was that? I've seen every one of them 10 times. Bank guard, extra screw.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either.
It
wasn't the fact of the screw. It was stripped in the mount, not the screw.
Patriot Paul is here. Hey, Patriot Paul.
And it drilled out so easy. The screw was just soft shit. And I mean, it was a cheap mount. Seriously, it was a cheap mount. Vico, I never even heard of them. Okay, off Amazon for $12. What do you want?
Wow, I'm still trying to figure out the bank guard.
I don't know.
I've seen every episode, so bank guard.
Got some extra screws on hardware store like Andy Griffin did for the bank guard. I don't remember that one.
They only had a couple bank episodes, and one was a scam in town. A group, one woman and two guys. They went to rob the bank. They scammed what's his name, the deputy. I don't remember screws and revolver bank guard. Anyway,
Patriot Paul.
It's a good show, Jeff. That's why we moved here. I wanted to live in Mayberry. That was our dream, was living in Mayberry. So there you go. That show in itself got us here.
Hey, Andy Griffin was a big gun enthusiast. He reloaded and stuff, everything.
Did he?
Yeah, there's videos of him out there with that.
6-year Texans here. Howdy, dang burn it.
Hello, Rollis.
Penny's got a new rifle. She's going to be fast with that one. She had a couple really good fast strings with it already, first time. Rollis is here. Talk about scope mounts. I'm going to mount my new scope while we. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad your Rossi is shooting good with lead.
Well, I mean, I knew it wasn't so much the gun, but it was just like so disappointing that the zinc just wouldn't shoot.
The bank guard always dropped his gun. Okay, I remembered that. Okay,
and it fell apart. Okay.
It was okay. They had the old guy, the really old guy for the, Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then when you said the bank guard dropping the gun, then it hit.
What a great show. I have 2 favorite episodes. Yeah, and one got us here, so.
Well, I'm still hooked on. I can't stop watching. I can't say how many years I keep watching it. The Rifleman.
My wife watches that every day. She puts it on the Western Channel. All I hear is.
Well, there's part of the reason of being into him that much is I met him through one of my computer customers. That was the company was selling, did all his insurance work and stuff. And I met him and went out to dinner with him and the insurance guy. And I won't forget that day. That was so great.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw the bio on him. He used to be like he played in football or something.
Baseball.
Okay.
And I think he played basketball too at one point.
He had quite the jaw.
Oh, God.
He even played an Apache Indian.
Yeah.
What movie was that, people? He played an Apache Indian with that big old jaw and blue eyes. Yeah. Fuzzy is here. Hey, Fuzz. I'm not happy with Congress. Oh, geez, here we go. Unhappy with. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy about the data centers either, but there's 2 sides to that story, so it's hard to really deal with it. It's supposedly they used a ton of water for cooling, which is crazy how much water they use. So, and they're building up in places where the water can be scarce during the summer, so that's not good. So there's that side of it. And the amount of electricity they suck up, and it's causing rates around them to go up. Why should I have to pay for more electricity? They're the ones using to charge them for it. Those are the 2 things that I don't really like about it.
Yeah. Well, the companies doing it should supply their own. So some companies are moving here and they got to supply their own, especially AI.
They're building one about 2 miles from me or 3 miles from me. There's a big one going in, and it's been a halt. They put a halt on the building because Hochul, our governor, says no more data centers. So we'll see where that goes. And she's an asshole, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. What's the bill? The Voting Act passed the House, so let's see what happens. I want voter ID right now. China to build all the data centers.
Eagle Eye's out there talking to you.
Hey, Eagle Eye, how's it going, Kenny? I want to try golf ball launcher that uses 22 blanks. I use 22 blanks on a 3-inch Ruger pistol and on AR rifles with 22 ARs and bolt action.
Are you using the ones that you get from Home Depot?
Yeah, the ones that go into the concrete nailers.
Yeah.
And then you can get different strengths like yellow and different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole box of different strengths. And I love the golf ball launcher. The only problem is having to go find the golf balls.
Well, you're going to try a parachute on it, you said. So we'll see what happens.
Or ice, like the debacle I did on the last video with the ice cannon. But I got good advice. Boil the water so it doesn't crack up when you make ice. And also add sawdust or wood chips to the ice and it won't break up. That makes perfect sense because when I shoot them out there, I can always go hiking around and see a pile of sawdust, and I'll know where it landed. Anything.
You got to paint them bright orange or something, fluorescent orange or something.
No. I don't want junk in the backyard. We got cans we got to find, golf balls we got to find.
Well, shoot the golf balls to the left, so you know where they are. Shoot the ice cans to the right.
Kenny says 3D printed rockets really well. I'll have to try that.
Yeah, but that would be kind of light, wouldn't it? You'd have to maybe make a spot to put in some shot or something, and then pour a little epoxy over it so they don't fall out. I don't know.
Some weights, yeah.
Yeah, a little weight.
I don't know. They're fun. People think we're goofy, but cannons and golf ball cannons are a lot of fun. Did you guys see they found a second Sphinx probably in Egypt? A second one? What, under the sand? The Egyptians didn't make the Sphinx. I know that. It was too early. Italian science. Oh, the satellite radar thing. Yeah, but is it near the pyramids or is it somewhere else? Weird. Here, let me put a link down here if anyone else wants to come on. Kenny. Kenny's doing 22 ARs now. I was wondering about the forward assist on it, though. You're using Tipman. I really don't know what Tipmans are like. There must be a reason you're using them. Maybe they're Bolt or something. I don't know. Interesting. Exactly like the first Sphinx. Yeah, but if they found it, it probably has a lion's head on it instead of a pharaoh's head on it. Because that head doesn't match the body. I'm sorry. The old one, the outside of the pyramid. Huh. Okay. Can you believe somebody shot the nose off of that? Who did that? Was it the French? Somebody shot the nose off of that thing. I would like to solve the Egypt problem, though. I think there was generations that were much smarter before that everywhere in the world. Egyptians moved in, pyramids were built. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Yeah. And then they just copied after. You go to South America, their stonework is nothing like the stonework that was before that. They tried to, fill in and copy, but no, they can't do the same stonework as whoever was there before them in South America. Same with Egyptians. My shoulder blade. You ever get a pulled muscle on the back of your shoulder blade? Kind of like
Yeah.
a pulled groin where it's a sharp pain. No matter where you do, you turn your head, it hurts. Yeah, I'm dealing with that. Couldn't sleep at all. Hurts like hell. Different armed forces at different times. Use them for target practice. Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe that? Shooting down. Yeah. Yeah, but why a forward assist on a 22? I can't say anything because Mr. Snubs has a forward assist. That's what upper I use. So, um, yeah, I was just curious. Usually they're slick sides. But yeah, mine has a forward assist, so I shouldn't talk. My Eris is something else. Eagle Eye. My Eris, you use a Ruger 22 lower, pistol. You huck it in there, lock it in, and so you get a nice trigger, everything. And that thing has the skinniest barrel on it, but it shoots so good with the skinny barrel. It's amazing how good that shoots. Yeah, type. Okay, light chamber barrel. Okay. Yeah, I love that Eris. I had to buy one when they came out, and I love it because it's got a screw neck on it. You unscrew it, and the barrel comes right off. You can clean the barrel. Boom. Everything else is your Ruger pistol. So the bolt and everything. Um, there's shooters from Chicago. Chicago. What happened recently there? No. I saw the four basketball players that stayed up till 4 in the morning and robbed a 7-Eleven and got caught. And then the coach defended them and said, no, there was the other two guys. I don't know who those are. Oh, typical. Pray for Cranky. Yeah, I know.
What happened with Frank Cranky?
Well, he's going through some stuff.
I mean, is he getting surgery or?
I think he just got out of getting fused in the back. But there's other stuff going on. I don't want to talk about it because
That's all right.
it's private. And Uncle John is here. He's going through stuff too, so I'm sure he's watching. Yeah, Kenny, the one problem with Mr. Snubs is it's a Texel, so the barrel has the ramp on it like a regular, and you can't get those barrels anymore. And I chopped it a little too short. So, yeah, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Unless I weld a little ramp on there. I don't know. Because it doesn't use the other feeding system everyone else does. But it works. And I chopped it so it'd shoot a bulk pack and be quiet. It won't go sonic. Let's see. Thors is here. Hey, Thors. Andrew is here. Hey, Andre D'Angelo. Did I call him Andrew? Andre D'Angelo is here. Good to see you, Andre. It's been a while. Now I'm calling you something else. Andre D'Angelo. Yes. Good to see you, Andre. City folk dropped off more cats. Oh my gosh, Fuzz. You must have 20 cats by now. 2 is enough. 2 is plenty. Kenny, you should see what I'm staring at right here. I never thought, we'd go there, but I'm staring at something. Not going to talk about it right now, but it's different. Cats love me. We smell the same. See, we got 21 lurkers. Oh my gosh. All right. So, Andy, once you figured out, hey, the Rossi doesn't like zinc, boom, just go back to lead and boom, you're shooting some groups. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm all right with that, but it was just disappointing.
Yeah, because you like to shoot exclusively zinc.
It's just the twist. It's the twist rate. That's all it is. And you can stabilize the zinc bullet with a 1 in 30 twist.
Unless it's really big.
I put the 195 grain lead ones in there, but I did it in zinc. They're the heaviest zinc bullet I have. They're like 124 grains or something. They shot the best as far as accuracy, but they were still no tight groups.
Jeg is here lurking. Thanks, Jeg.
You should have heard the things they were telling me last night to do. Saying that the bulls are arbitrating. That's what they're trying to tell me last night. To get a drill bit and make a dimple in the back of the bullet so it arbitrates better.
I don't know.
Believe me, you don't want to get a zinc bullet stuck in your barrel.
No, drill a hole in the back of it. What?
Well, not a hole, but make like a dimple, like hollow the back out a little bit.
To try and like a hollow base type deal?
Yeah, like a slightly hollow base so it arbitrates more.
Zinc is too hard.
First of all, zinc is not as hard as copper. Okay, so
I know, but it's
so the copper bullet works.
A dimple isn't going to make it flare out. It's too hard for that. You can hit milk jugs of zinc all day long, and they're not even they're going to look brand new.
Kyle heard that last night. I wasn't going to get into an argument.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, you can shoot milk jugs with zinc, and they look brand new.
Yeah. I'm just trying to relate to the fact that the only person that shot any zinc bullets on Saturday nights is CW out of his 300 blackout in his 30-06. So it's not and Jamie fired the 195 grain zinkers out of his 35 Remington at 600 yards. It was working fine. Okay, so no one else here has any clue about the zinc. So wasn't gonna get into it.
Oh, that's funny, Just Jeff. I just found a video, yeah, where I was doing 3 Ohas's. One's called a hammerhead. So it looks like a hammerhead shark. It expands this way, just on each side. Maybe I'll repost that. Yeah. Love the Ohas. I got to try the Lees. I got the Lee tin can looking mold. So kind of the same thing, double ended. We'll see. Time for a ciggy. Let me go off camera here while we walk. Oh, my back. I got 2 1911 magazines under the laptop to keep it cool. It's the only thing I could find the right height. All right. Ooh, it's hot out here. Hey, it's about 97 degrees out here. Whew. Oh, I think Fuzzy met the Ohas molds. Yeah. Ohas molds, Ohas scales. I think my Dylan scale is Ohas. Yeah, they put their name on it anyway. I don't know who actually made them, but yeah, my favorite double-ended wadcutter's an Ohas, 2-cavity steel mold. Looks like an old Lyman or whatever, RCBS, something like that. Yeah, 70s is the best. I can't stand this heat. Cranky is here. 72 right now in South Jersey. Hey, Cranky, good to see you. Hope you're getting through stuff, Cranky. I can't believe you mowed your lawn. You're an animal. I thought I was an animal. You're an animal. Yeah. All messed up, and he goes out and mows his lawn, just like I go out and plow. Somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah, I don't know the story on Ohas, but that mold is beautiful. It's like any good mold, cast iron mold, whatever. Took $5. What? Took $5? I hope you used a hand truck. Jeez, Cranky, stop. Yeah. Patriot Paul is correct. Bad. No, bad, no. I bet Kenny's working on his machines tonight. Or working with his machines tonight. Oh. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, Fuzzy. All right, are we done with the chips?
Yeah. I had the soft craving.
I know. I just watched a video on making your own chips that are healthy and not $5 a bag. Yeah,
Oh, these are pretty cheap. I buy the Walmart brand. Just they're like eating Lay's potato chips. They're half the price.
yeah,
$2.59 for the family size.
yeah. Yep, I got an education on chips last night. It's not the grease that makes them crispy. It's getting all the water out that's making them
Yep.
crispy. And then when you do homemade, you put a little, just a dabble on there. But yeah, it's getting all the water out. You got to, rinse them and then cut them thin and cook them. And I guess they're pretty good. Spice them any way you want. I'm gonna have to try that, but I want to do jerky first. I'm dying for some jerky. I love jerky. The majority were science fiction or thriller stuff. Yeah, my wife's a book reader. What she does is reads the books, give them to a friend. Friends give her books. They trade books. Some people still like to read off of paper instead of on the device, and I can see that.
It's a lot more comfortable sitting back in a comfy chair with your favorite drink next to you and a snack and reading without staring at a screen.
I hope my wife doesn't hear this, but I've come in the bedroom and she's face planted asleep in the middle of a book, just snoring away. I hope she didn't hear me. I'll get a poke in the back of the shoulder for that one. But yeah, many a time I caught her face planted on a book, fell asleep. Hilarious. Let's see. Let's go off camera so you don't see the damn basement. Much cooler down here. Oh my gosh. It's like 20 degrees change in temperature. Oh. Patriot Paul, is Trump gonna nail the Islamists?
No, I think he's like daring them to do something. Go ahead, find out.
Who knows? I think the whole thing screwed up the way they did it. I don't know who his advisories are and all that, and military, but I don't know. A lot of people are getting involved. The Saudis, everybody, they're pissed. So just don't kill the people. They want their freedom. Yeah, I don't know if it's him or his advisor. I don't know. I do like when he, Kalen, CNN reporter, when he said she's on a Bud Light can. That was absolutely hilarious. That's comedy stuff right there. That's golden comedy. Oh. Him and Caitlin, man. It's funnier now. But if you look at it, it's like, yeah, that could be Caitlin on the Bud Light can. Oh, the guy has no filter. Yeah, Hegseth, I don't think he's totally qualified for this kind of thing. Yeah. Oops. Wait. Jill Biden. Well, isn't she Alice Cooper? Yeah. Well, he was comparing her to her, him, her, him. Yeah, I thought that was funny as hell. Ooh, I got to plug in. Hang on. Oh, forgot to plug in. Yeah, there you go. There you go, right there. Dumb as a brick. Oh well. Yeah, get this crap over with. Midterms is coming. Gas needs to be $2 a gallon right now. So you better get gas to $2 a gallon pretty damn quick, or we're in trouble. Thomas Massey. I don't know. I don't like politics. I don't like politicians at all. They're mostly a bunch of snakes, rats, whatever. Yeah, they passed that in the House. Now let's see what the Senate does with the rhinos. Yeah, let's see what the rhinos do in the Senate. We must have voter ID. Tucker is going to run. Tucker, he went rogue. Such an idiot. Voter ID would solve a bunch of problems right there. Yeah. Politics. Oh, let's see what else is going on here. I've got a new toy I'm staring at right now. Not expected whatsoever. I got to start reloading again. I'm getting low on stuff, so I don't know. There's so much to do, so much to try. I got to try a new 10 millimeter mold. No, I haven't, Patriot Paul, because my son brings home guns and I don't get to my own guns. So I might do a little bit to the English, just a little bit. I do have springs and parts in my parts bin. Maybe we do a little swap and see what goes on there. I don't know. It's really nice though. Love the sights, love everything about it. It's just got a heavy trigger like high powers do out of the box. But I'm spoiled with my other high powers that have been worked over. Yeah. And they're indestructible. There's nothing you can do about them, right? Especially the left. I mean, they don't even care what the people think. They're just going to throw the agenda at you anyway. So, think we lost.
No, I'm here. I'm just gonna go. I gotta go downstairs for a second.
Okay. Lots of polishing. Don't do too much polishing. My trigger is crisp. It's just heavy, and I know that part of that is the sear spring and part of that's the mainspring, but they make the mainspring heavy for a reason. Slow down the slide and hit every primer in the Pecos. Oh, okay. Yeah. Lost faith in Trump. Yeah. Well, what else we got, Fuzz? Who else we got? Name one. Yeah, it's heavy, but I don't mind heavy if it's crisp, you know. So if it's swoopy or a little sloppy, yeah, then ow. Unless it's an AK, I can deal with an AK rolling a trigger like that. Kyle. Kyle. I did. How's the guitar stuff going, Kyle? You fix any, build any? Anyway, no matter what, there's always going to be that unelectable piece of government that you can't do anything about, you know, and they're going to do whatever they want to do. We're talking about 3-letter agencies of all kinds. They're going to do whatever they want to do. There's nothing you can do about it unless the pitchforks come out. The thing is, don't stress out. Be happy. Vote. Do the best you can. But I worry about Fuzz all the time. He gets riled up on this stuff, and it's like, wait, it's politics. Come on. You know, just protect your own, your land and everything. And something I'm staring at right here is perfect for the driveway, but I can't tell you what it is right now. It's perfect for driveway encroachment. Yes, well, that's going to happen. We always gave money to different countries throughout every history almost for a long time. Vanessa Kitty's here. Hey, Vanessa, how's it going? Claymore. What movie was I watching the other night? Claymore in the apartment. Anyway. F-350. 350. F-350. Oh, wow. You still haven't got your scarred guitar? Wow. He's a lot slower than he makes you think he is. I haven't seen one of his videos for a long time. Oh, ow. I have no urges for a 50 cal at all. And I told my son, you better not bring a 50 cal home ever. Not interested. It's just too much. It's too much. Okay. No, Patriot Pole. It rained on us real bad after the first shot. But I have an idea of use sawdust in the ice and it holds it all together. It makes sense. And boil it before you freeze it, whatever. So I got good advice on that video. It'll just be so nice. You shoot it and there's no debris. And the end cap flies right in the backyard. It didn't even go to the boulders. It was so awesome. It worked. So that was the first try. It's fuzzy. It's too hot for me. It's way too hot in the garage to cast. And my casting pot does not like the heat. So I'll just wait until it cools off. What I need to do is tumble brass and dry it all in the sun. Okay, Kyle. Yeah, I don't like casting in the heat. I don't like making ingots when it's that hot out. Who do we have here? Rollis.
Hey, everybody.
Howdy, howdy.
How's it going, Rollis?
Well, I enjoy listening to you challenge your son not to bring home a 50 cal because you're psychologically daring him to do it so that he does do it and you get to play with it there.
No. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to load for it. No, what am I going to do with one of those things? No.
Well, you'd actually have to leave that mountain of yours and go out to some place where you can actually shoot it. So that's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah.
Just actually come off the hill for once.
Yeah, I'm not into that shooting 2 miles or whatever thing. No.
You're in the perfect area to do it too. That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
Kyle's right about that.
Well, you can use the Lee Classic Cast. You can do the 50 cal, but I don't want to do that crap.
Get those big ass RCBS ones with the ones that have the 3 pillar or the 3
turrets.
Well, no, it's a single stage, but it has the 3 risers on it. The bar. Hell, I can't think of what they're called. They're really cool. Just look up RCBS 50 cal press.
Yeah, sorry.
But
yeah,
I think you'd have trouble sizing it on the lead up.
well, they do make a Classic Cast in 50,
Yeah, they do have some sort of 50 cal press also.
Why would I want to waste that much powder and just the mayhem? And it doesn't interest me at all.
The main reason I've never got into it so far. I could liquidate everything and have get a 50 cal tomorrow and put a good scope on it. My problem is there's just no place within, say, 150, 200 miles where I can go and shoot really long range. That's my biggest reason. It's not that I don't want to, and I'm still young enough. I think I can deal with it. I already have brain damage, so I'm not worried about that. So, just a matter of my biggest problem is just not having some place where you can really reach out and shoot. I mean, I got 1,000-yard ranges, nearby, but if I'm going to play with 50s, I want to be doing at least 2,000 to 3,000 yards. So,
Yeah, it doesn't interest me at all, one bit. And then if it ever blows, you're toast.
well, you know what? You don't buy gun show reloads that are being passed off as, what's his name? Stick your thumb in his, he probably bought something that was loaded with probably red dot or something like that. So, figure a whole case full.
Yeah, you don't buy the cheap guns either because their metallurgy isn't up to snuff. You see a lot of cheap ones on PSA and things like that. Don't go there.
Well, I mean,
Put
the
a-
one that, put a thumb in it, guy, and but the rifle he was shooting, I mean, the design was okay, and that's, as far as I know, metallurgy for it is pretty good. Just somebody took some 50 cal brass and bullets and just dumped some kind of powder in it. Like I said, hell, they might put red dot in there, as far as we know. And
I have more fun with the 22 than I would with a 50 cal. Over time.
a 50 caliber and experience. It's not shoot it every day. 100 rounds. You just can't afford that stuff. But just like my 300 ROM, I don't shoot it that often. You take it out for the experience and just for the pleasure. It's just like you don't go and eat prime rib every night. It's the experience of doing it. So Vanessa's getting her, she's getting her cats back, and she already still has her 629s. So.
Did I say William was here? William Gangley was here. Oof.
Phil, till you hear the crunch.
No. The bullets alone are expensive. The brass, the powder it takes. No. Then the press. No. Hell no.
If the boy brings one home tomorrow, I guarantee you're going to be out there in your underwear.
No. He's got a friend with one that was supposed to come over. I didn't even want him shooting in the backyard. It's just loud, obnoxious. Yeah.
I don't know the time that was it, 2 years ago, I guess it was, when I was at the range and the local department a sniper team was out there, and I got to shoot. I mean, you're not talking about toy guns anymore. The rifle's like $7-8 by itself, $6 for a scope, things like that, and it's like, and they had silencers on them, or cans. So
the silencer's half as long as the barrel.
It's just unbelievable. Yeah, it was monster. It had to be better than 12 inches long, 14, 16 inches, something like it. but it was the whole rifle was balanced. There's a difference in what you're shooting. I mean, and they're shooting prone position with it's got a bipod on it, and it's like, yeah, I never shot it before, and we're shooting like a 200-yard target, and I put my bullet right next to his, and my second bullet touching that one. So it's like, give me a break. It wasn't that hard to shoot, and with the stuff the way they had it set up, the recoil was, honestly, I have to say, no worse than a fully hot loaded 30-06.
I imagine so, especially, because a lot of those rifles are going to be 30, 40 pounds, the cans and the scopes and all that. So
Yeah, I would say it was around 30 pounds, maybe more. Yeah.
There's Thor's.
Yeah, just no interest in 50 cal. Sorry.
I mean, I just say, great, I got to shoot it. Thank you.
Yeah.
But they did that last year. One day at the range I go to, they set up at the 200-yard target, and you could pay $10 and per shot, and they were letting you shoot them. I wasn't there that day, but he said there's only about 12 guys that shot it. Most people didn't even want to touch it, just like you said. Well, what? I don't want to shoot that.
That's like having Tiger Woods show up someplace and him saying, "Hey, you want to shoot do some putt with me or something?" Yeah, something like that. You're like, yeah, I detest golf, but I'd still, just for the opportunity, to try it like that. I'd give it a try.
Now Cranky's riding my ass. You had no interest in 5.7 either. No, I didn't. But what are you going to do about it? Yeah. At least that's a little no recoil, tiny, easy to load, easy bullet. I mean, we use the light 5.56 bullets. So 380, yes, Jag, 380, didn't. Yes, now I'm getting in trouble here, but we're talking about smaller calibers. Yep,
Yeah.
no, just in
Like,
380.
a nickel a load. You know what I mean? It's like,
I know, but say you got a 380 and you got a 50 cal and you have regret. Which one's cheaper if you had regret?
I don't even base it on that. I base it on use. And there's a lot of cool things out there that I would really like to own. There's a lot of cool things out there. The bottom line, though, is that do I have a use for them? Me particularly, I don't have a use for a 50 cal. I'm not against anybody owning one. If you want to own one, that's great. Go to a range, shoot it, safely, whatever you want to do with it. Personally, I don't have a use for it, but there's a lot of cool things out there that that I'd like to own, but do I have a use for it? A 1957 Corvette. Yeah, that'd be really cool to own, but when are you going to drive it? Where are you going to drive it? How are you going to go ahead and how are you going to enjoy it? It's going to sit in your garage underneath a tarp, underneath a canvas tarp, because you're afraid that somebody's going to scratch the paint. It's it's one of those things, So if you're a collector and you collect firearms, having a 50 in your gun cabinet would be kind of cool. But in the end, how often are you going to shoot it? And I don't even look at it from an affordability sort of thing, because when people want something, they're going to pay no matter what it is to buy it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just look at the practical use of it. So I kind of get over the whole thrill by saying, first of all, do I need it? Second of all, what is it going to yield for me? How am I going to use it? How am I going to benefit from it? So that's how I kind of make the decisions on that, But then again, I don't have any problem with anybody buying one. You should be able to buy whatever firearm you want, period.
Yep.
Otherwise, we don't have freedom. We don't have freedom. And one of the things that I found out just by talking to young people don't want freedom anymore. They want security. They want the government to support them. They want housing. They want health care. They want food. They want all the basics. Okay. And I look at it this way: if you work, you shouldn't have to really do without a house or a place to live, or food or health care if you work. However, European countries, they've traded all their freedom for security. That's just the way it is. And unfortunately, I think we have a whole culture of people that want the same exact thing. They just want the security. They don't care about their freedoms anymore. Unless you go to take them away. Unless you go up to them and say, "Oh, what you're doing is wrong," then all of a sudden there's a big outcry. "Oh, you're getting on my freedoms." Really?
Mm-hmm. Jeff, pretty much, yeah. They want free without having to contribute. Is what it comes down
Well,
to.
yeah. I hate to say this, but mail handlers, people that retire and stuff like that, they move overseas because it's so much cheaper to live. You talk to each and every one of them, step off the plane, they say, "Man, it's so expensive to live in the United States." Yeah, tell me about it. It is. And my opinion is that we're in stagnation right now, where our money is not growing. It's actually getting smaller and smaller. And with inflation keeps rolling on because we have this huge commerce war going on about inflation. We charge the most for whatever it is and then blame it on wages or whatever, operating costs or whatever. The bottom line is that most of those people support their businesses off of loans. As long as they're just making the minimum, payment on the interest on what they were loaned, they keep all the rest of the money. They keep all the, that's their money. And so we're in stagnation and we are heading for a collapse of our monetary system. That's what's happening. That is exactly what's happening. And it's, the Soviet Union had the same thing going on. They had a huge debt. The money went down the toilet. It wasn't worth anything. And they got in stagnation. Inflation took over. And the next thing you know, they were taking the flag down. That happened in 1991. And we are going through exactly the same thing right now. Right now, we're going exactly the same thing that happened to the Russians back in the 90s. The exact same thing. So it doesn't really matter if you owe $100,000 on credit cards or you've paid everything off and you just live from month to month on your retirement. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because once the monetary system collapses, it doesn't matter if you owed that money anyway because there's going to be nobody to pay it back to, and nobody's going to come around and try to collect anything that you bought with that because they won't be able to sell it to anybody. So the whole thing's going to flatline. Anyway, I don't want to get into the gloom and doom, but this has happened over and over and over and over to countries, over and over throughout history.
But I just turned 59 a couple weeks ago, so I have, if I understand everything correctly, I have about another 6 months I have to go before I can access my retirement, my 401 without getting taxed for it because it's a Roth. And I'm paying the house off in December. I might let it go for till next July just to, get a little extra money banked up. But within the next 6 months to a year, this house is going to be paid off. It'll be paid off in like 22 years early. So the fucking bankers are going to hate me for that one. And after that, pretty much if I have to walk down the road and pick up aluminum cans because everything went broke and I can't make any money any other ways, and so be it. But these next say 12 months.
Look at the volume of people that own money out there. Do you think they're actually going to go around and repossess everybody's car? No, there's nobody to sell it to. Our money will be worthless at that point.
Oh, yeah,
But
right now,
anyway, going back to what you were saying, to get on a better subject, okay, getting on the upside of things, okay, I want to encourage you. I think it's great. You got a plan, stick to your plan and pay your house off. Get out of debt with that monster. People don't realize what waste of money it is to buy a house. The American dream is such a sham. It is such a scam in the long run, because you pay very little on what you actually owe, and most of the money that you're making a payment on goes on taxes and insurance.
yeah, my house payment's like $650, but then you get the taxes and the insurances and the different escrows. I pay almost almost $1,100 a month. Yeah, but here's the kicker. My kid, now it's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's a pretty good sized apartment. He's paying like $1,300 a month for an apartment.
Yeah.
When that could go to a house, yes.
Yeah, and he can't afford a house because he doesn't have the credit, but he makes that monthly rental payment.
In Kitsap County right now, you can't find an apartment for less than like $2,100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot find an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. Even a studio apartment goes to about $1,300 a month. I could rent out my basement right now. I could rent out my basement right now for $1,700 a month. My basement.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's that's you're right there. You're right on the almost on the coast, right? I mean, you're within 30 or 50 miles of the. So of course, that's always.
I walk 500 yards in that direction, and I'm literally walking into the Hood Canal. I can see it from the porch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jim knows where I live. Jim knows where I live. Out where the place is, where all those people just drive around their pickup trucks and yeah.
Yeah, where we live at, we're about probably 40, 50 air miles from the beach. And those houses over there, I just, the rentals are just, you're talking, I guarantee you some of them are going to get up close to $3,000. Just
it's like Jim said, it's like what Jim said, your nephew or your son or whatever is paying $1,300 a month when he could be going to a house. Well, he can't qualify for a house because he doesn't make enough money.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. I mean, it's like we have this whole culture right now that's trapped because our monetary system is failing. Okay, we're in stagnation right now, and inflation is on the rise. And the next thing that's going to happen is our monetary system is going to collapse. I guarantee it. When people can't afford food, that's when it's going to be. That's the big deal breaker right there.
Barnaby Sanchez is here. Barnaby Sanchez is here. Okay. Good to see you, Barnaby.
That's one of the reasons. Now, for me, it's mostly firearms and a little bit of ammunition as far as that goes. I make most of mine, as we all know. But that's why I'm picking up anytime I find a decent deal at the gun at the pawn shop. I'm just putting it into hard assets. You might lose your ass if it's an emergency, but having a heart, whether you do guns or gold, silver, stuff like that, or I can't think of something. But you invest in stuff that you can hold. I mean, I own plenty of stocks and bonds and all that in my retirement fund, but if I had to liquidate tomorrow, I could probably do a pretty decent job.
I had a boss one time look at me one time. We were talking about the economy, and he said, "Dave," and I go, "Yeah," and he says, "Two things in society have always been there, no matter what the economy's doing." And I go, "Yeah, well, what's that, Bob?" And he says, "Porn and pawn." And I kind of thought about that. I said, you kind of, yeah, that's true.
Well, even the girl who runs the store, well, she owns it. Her and her husband. She's there. Yeah, if an emergency came up and I had to, I'd hate it and I'd lose my ass, but I could liquidate and walk away with a pretty penny. We never discussed true numbers, but she's there because I have hard assets. She has gold. She has silver. She has, she's as big of a gun nut as any of us.
I go back to what I said earlier. Just pay that house off. Hang in there and pay that house off, man. Pay it off.
That's it. And if nothing else, once it's paid for, if I decide I want to pick up roots and stuff, every friggin' day I'm getting phone calls from people saying, "Hey, you want to sell your house? You want to sell your house? No, not really. Yeah, I mean, I usually tell them if you cut me a check for $750,000, you can literally have everything except for the dogs and the clothes on my back. You can have the guns, the ammo, the Jeeps, the property, the house, and me and Susie will just, we'll just take off and we'll still steal the dogs from them. But, you just go find someplace to start new again. Every time I tell them that, they just shut up and they leave me alone for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, real estate.
That's true. Hey, Fuzz, that's true. And you know what, Fuzz? I've seen a lot of your comments. Fuzz, and I'm going to tell you what. You are right about a lot of it, but the bottom line is that you can't look at life that way, man. Every single situation, you can't go through life just looking at everything going in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize that, there's only so much you can do, Enjoy life, man. It's sure. Look at me. I mean, Go ahead, Rollis.
Oh no, I was just going to say, even when things are bad, there's always somebody out there doing something to make money. They're still selling cars. They might not sell 10 cars a day, but I grew up in the Ohio Valley in the 80s. All the coal mines and steel mills were shut down. They were still, the car dealers were still selling cars. The real estate agents were still selling houses. There was stuff going on. It just wasn't like it was, say, 5 years earlier, 10 years earlier, where everybody had a good, above average, job for the era and stuff. So, very rarely does it actually go to zero, where it looks like some kind of Thunderdome type breakdown. It's just more people will be this is true.
Guys, I'm going to bail out.
All right, see you later, Andy. You have a good night.
Night, everyone.
Andy, I'm glad you got it all figured out with Rossi, and I'll see you next week.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on, Andy.
Take care, everyone.
It all depends on what you invest in. So real estate is pretty safe except for where it is, because it's over bloated already. So you got to buy it when it's a buying market, not a selling market. And cars are not a good investment. I see so many UFC fighters claiming they're broke. They go out and buy Ferraris and motorcycles and all this pimp stuff and jewelry, and it's all garbage. It's not an investment at all.
Right.
At all. So there's good investments and there's bad investments. So, yeah.
I pretty much done. I probably have 2 or 3 pieces of silver and a couple small pieces of gold. I'm done with precious metals for right now.
Well, that's okay. I'm talking jewelry because jewelry's
Oh
always,
yeah, no, yeah.
jewelry's expensive because they make it like a necklace or whatever, and it's not worth the. It's only worth the weight in gold it is or silver, and
Mhm.
and you're not paying that when you buy something fancy.
Oh,
Same
right. Oh,
cars.
no, no.
As soon as you as soon as you drive that Ferrari off the lot, unless it's going to be collectible down the road,
Yeah.
it's you lost half your money. So
I remember this episode on South Park. It was so hilarious. What it was is that the QVC thing where people buy things online. Um, they were showing that a lot of elderly people were watching QVC and they were buying this jewelry, right? And they'd have it for a while and they collect this jewelry. Well, they turn around and give it to the relatives. Well, the relatives really didn't want it, so they take it out of the pawn shop and they get whatever money it was worth at the time. You know how it is with pawn shops. It's like when you go to buy it, it's worth everything in the world. But you could have diamonds and it ain't worth nothing when you go to sell it to them. So the bottom line is that they would go ahead and they just get rid of this jewelry that was given to them by the elderly relative of theirs, and the pawn shop guy would sell it to a scrap dealer. The scrap dealer would turn around and send it sell it to some company over in India, and they had these children, picking the rubies and all that stuff out of the out of the gold and everything, and then they would melt the gold down there, and they'd pour it back into the thing there, and they'd make new stuff out of it, and they put all the rubies and stuff back in there, and they got like children doing this, and then they would send it back to the United States to be sold on QVC, and the same people would be buying it, and the next thing you know, it's just this constant cycle, that was going on. It was hilarious.
The thing is, that's the way it is. Yeah, it's the.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, back to the pawn shop girl. She was talking to Susan, and they were talking a little bit about jewelry, and she's there. I have a few pieces here. They've sat here too long. Yeah, and she's there. If you're interested in anything, let me know, because eventually, she didn't say exactly when, but eventually it's going to go to the scrapper, and she's going to sell it for scrap. And get melt price for it, and she's still got to make a profit on it. Yeah, so she told Susie that she's willing to, or she has it on sale. I mean, they marked down some pieces, and she's there if it's still here when I get ready to make my ship it. She's there, a bunch of the stuff's going. She's there. I'm not going to sit on it this long. Yeah, not when she can make a profit just selling to the scrappers. Now, I guarantee you at the same time, if she couldn't make a profit on it, she'd just sit on it and wait till prices get good again, and then.
Yeah, real estate is pretty fair. Everyone knows that all new trucks suck right now. You buy a brand new truck because you got money, say you're a UFC fighter or whatever. You buy a brand new truck, you drive it off a lot, it's 20 grand less than what you just paid for it. If you can sell it.
Yeah.
Because they suck right now. All brands, they suck right now. You should see what it takes to get to just the squirrel cage for your heater or something like that. It's ridiculous what the engineers have done to these trucks right now.
That's one of the biggest complaints. Yeah, that's the biggest complaint I have about mine. I bought new, and I got into it at a pretty decent price considering. I still paid almost 60 grand for it, or I'm paying that much. It's going in for a recall, so that's the first one since I've had it, so I'm lucky there. But just for shits and giggles, Susie and I have been looking at the new Jeeps, and they've taken the 6-cylinder out. They want you to buy one that has a 4-cylinder with twin turbos in it.
Mm-mm.
It's like, the 6-cylinder I think it's a 3.7 Dodge. I'm not sure what they call the exact model, but it's been around for I guess it's been around forever because every Jeep I've owned has had one in it.
Yeah, they got rid of the reliable engine and put a twin turbo that's going to burn out like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, nobody's really into that idea. Yeah, I believe that. And it has I have a ton of electronics on there, gauges and this, that, and it's just like engineering just for the sake of engineering. Just, I mean, it's nifty, but long term, the 94 Toyota 4x4 would be more reliable. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing you want to stay away from is anything made between 2019 and 2023. Just skip over those years. That's what they call a COVID trick. You end up getting a COVID trick, you're screwed because they have all kinds of problems.
Well, you can go all the way to go all the way to 2026. The engines are having all kinds of problems. That includes Toyota.
Yeah.
All kinds.
I'll tell you one thing. My Volkswagen, I bought that brand new. Okay, I paid $19 for it off the showroom floor. It had 3 miles on it when I bought it. It's got 74,000 miles on it now. I've had absolutely zero problems with that car. Zero. Nada. Not one. And that's a 2015. That's 11 years old. I haven't had any problems at all. I've had to put tires on it. That's it. Period. It runs great. Runs perfect. Always gets me there, gets me home. Not a problem.
I hope it's not a Keurig because those transmissions blow right and left. Tell me it's not a Keurig. Uh-oh.
What's that?
I was asking Thor's if he has a Keurig.
I run into people that have the same car, Jim, and you know what? They've got 100.
Maybe
I ran into people that got the exact same car, Jim. They haven't had any problems with theirs either. Cars are just like anything else. You have good years and you have bad years.
Yeah, but Volkswagen hasn't been doing too good lately. Sister-in-law engine blew only 40,000 miles, transmission gone. Do you know what the repair bill is? Oh,
How bad?
It's bad. The only new vehicle I ever bought was a Ford Ranger 97 4x4, 6-cylinder. And it turns out those things are sought after now, like the old Toyota trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I got a head-on collision, and that was the end of that.
Hey, Hobbies.
Hobbies is here.
Apparently, these car companies are trying to get the government or state, at least the state governments, to outlaw vehicles over 25 years old. So you have to go out and buy their new stuff. And then you have to, hell, they want you to start paying friggin' a monthly, you buy a car and then they want you to pay a fucking subscription. Oh, you want your brakes to work? That's going to be an extra $19.95 a month. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
The nice thing about, say, a Jeep or a 4x4, four-wheel drive pickup truck is there's going to be some, jackleg out there, who'll figure out some way to bypass all that and just make it manual, and you'll be able to get an extra 20 years out of it. When all my electronic stuff starts to break down, I'm just going to replace it with manual stuff. And if I have to get out there with a wrench to, lock it in, there we go.
Oh my gosh, it's Pat. It's Pat, man. I've been waiting, dude, man. How you doing, man? How's it going?
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I get
That's
it.
awesome.
Now. I think most of us get that one. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ouch.
Hey guys, thanks
How's
for
it
having me on, Jim.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Pat.
Let's see.
We have a video for you coming up. My son thought of it, so yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you're gonna laugh.
all right.
I'm looking at the device right now, but what he said made it perfect. It'll be a short video. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I think the big three better get their shit together. Luckily, there's been some EPA restrictions taken off of them, so they don't have to do this to us anymore. But they better make some damn reliable cars quick, otherwise they're going to get run over and they're all going to go bankrupt.
No, it's too late. The Chinese own General Motors. The what is it? The French own Dodge. Ford's the only one independent, and they fucked up on their electric trucks. So no, it's all over.
The those 250s and the 250s and the 350s are looking really good. At least the ones around here.
Yeah, but all the new engines have to do the emissions and mileage stuff, and they're all crapping out. I don't care what brand it is. The big three are real. Dodge is actually doing better than the other two, but whatever. Yeah,
The
and
I agree with Pat.
Ford never took a bailout, right, Patriot Paul? Ford didn't take the bailout. So there you go. However,
I thought they were right there. I thought they were right there with GM and Chrysler
Nope.
when it was going
They
on.
didn't take it.
they didn't take a
Okay.
bailout. They did it on their own. However, they're making crap right now, brand new crap. And they better get their shit together. Otherwise, they're going to need a bailout. We should just say, screw it. Screw them all.
I agree with Pat. Pat made a very serious comment, whether it be our military, our monetary system, our vehicles, the products we buy. The Chinese are going to be our undoing in this country. We rely way too much on the products and the services that are provided by the Chinese, and the Chinese are getting more and more powerful with our military, with our monetary system, and everything else. And you know what? We're falling right into their hands.
Yeah, but
True. Electronics, you name it.
the problem with General Motors was Mary Barra, and she decided, like on a corporate buyout kind of deal, that you know what, if all we do is market the cars that get built someplace else, we'll make loads of money and we won't have any expenses and everything will be great. So she got in bed with the Chinese. It wasn't a Chinese idea. Pissed me off.
Well,
I used to be a machine gun.
it's a dynamo effect. It's a dynamo effect that affects us all. And the bottom line is it starts at the top and it trickles down to everybody else. And there's nothing we can do about it. And then the Chinese are on the other side of the world just saying, come to Papa.
No, they'll make you. You tell them what you want, they'll make it. So, and
Yeah, I agree with Pat. And we got to watch out for China. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do about it. We rely on them way too much.
we're at least trying to do away with some of the from what I understand, I'm certain Pat will be able to clarify it. I know we don't get a lot of chips from the Chinese, but we do get some, and hopefully that we're starting to build our own chip facilities, because if they do go in Taiwan, first thing we got to do is take out those chip makers. Yeah. Tell them you got 30 minutes to leave.
One of the things we did in the Cold War was that our advancements in computer chip technology here in the United States, it advanced our technology so much that the Russians couldn't compete with it. Now, Russia, they wanted to catch up to us, so they went through backdoor, purchases and things like that through other companies to obtain computer chips and everything to upgrade their technology. Well, the CIA got involved with that, and they got together with all these computer chip companies to make computer chips that had faults in them, and those computer chips went out to the Russians, and they were all these like Trojan horse type things where it wouldn't show up for a couple of years until they wanted to do an exact, some sort of exact thing. That's when it would fail, and they ended up spending a lot of money fixing all the stuff that they put all that all those chips into. That was one of the kind of the things that kind of helped the Cold War along, is that we did that to them. Got a feeling that the Chinese are doing that right now to us, with the consumers in the United States.
Hey, Ozark.
Ozark is here. How's it going?
Ozark. Sorry, Ozark. I threw the receipt away, so I can't get a refund on it. And shit out of luck. I'll find you one and send you a link.
What's Ozark looking for?
An external SSD hard drive.
Oh,
That's not Mickey Mouse, and it's not $1,000.
I last time we talked about that, I went ahead and looked up those hard drives on Amazon, the refurbs, and the so once I get some other bills paid, I might just go ahead and have I call him a kid. He's probably in his 30s. That I know, upgrade my computer a little bit. Let him. But they're on Amazon, like you were saying. They have the refurbed hard drive, and they don't seem like they're all that expensive for what you're getting, especially right now.
They're twice as much as they were last year, even for the used ones.
Yeah. Right now I'm looking at a Western Digital Ultra Star, and it's like $329 for a 12 terabyte. So I don't know if that's a good price or not, but to me it's like okay.
For a used one, it was $100 last year for a 12.
Oh yeah.
$120
last
for
year.
a 16.
Yeah, well, last year you could buy just a generic, Western Digital 1 terabyte for it was right around $60. I bought my 6 terabyte one for like $150, but that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, and prices. I was just watching the prices drop, and then all of a sudden, like we all know, everything just took that big jump.
Pat, you're sounding really good. There's no issues. Change anything?
Yes, I booted into Windows 11 to do updates, so we're not on Linux right now.
Oh, okay. Now, did you see that Mitsubishi, they're doing their chip plant in Texas because they couldn't pay the damn taxes in another state? I think it was New York, somewhere. So now they're doing their chips in Texas. They already have plants there, But now they're bringing them all there. They're like, hell with this. We're not paying the damn taxes.
Oh yeah. Hey, that socialist mayor they've got in Seattle. Boeing just moved 9,000 jobs out of Seattle Friday.
Good. Good.
It's happening to all those states that are just raking you.
Yep. Good. Good. That's what I got to say, man. More people that leave Washington State, the better.
Poor Texas, though, they're getting pretty full. There's a lot of land, but oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you're kind of a little bit business friendly.
Yes, and Mitsubishi's already been happy there. They're just going to add to it now. They have huge plants in Texas, but they're like, we're done. Screw you. We're out of here. I think. It was
Well,
New York.
don't worry. The governor of New York will fix everything by raising taxes on businesses.
Yeah. And right now, look at Pat's dancing pole. Governor.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see how that plays out. I'm an optimist. I think things will get better. I'm an optimist, except for the car companies lately, the American companies. I think Honda, Toyota, and the rest are just going to run right over them in the U.S. Anyway. But yeah, that was sounding good until the squeaking started. Anyway, there you go.
Damn, Ozark, you're just not having any luck milling anything.
Hmm.
Well, Ozark was saying that he has 2 packages that's been lost. Yeah, some lead and some and then the hard drive.
Yeah, Tin Man has bad luck with shipping. It either takes too long or whatever. Yeah.
I ordered a SWFA. Finally got back onto Amazon, so I ordered one of their 10 power that I really like. It's the new gen,
Fixed.
and they said it wasn't going to be here till Thursday, and it showed up like half a week early.
Is
Yeah,
it the fixed 10
The
power?
box looked like it was a little ratty, but yeah, the fixed 10x42 has the new. They call it the V2. It's a Christmas tree reticle. That's what I was mounting up this evening when you guys first came on. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put it on my AR-10 because the scope I had on it starting to get a little bit loose in a couple spots. So I'm pretty sure that SWFA is going to hold up. I have it on my PTR. I have one on my PTR 91, and yeah, it takes a look in and just keeps going, no problems.
Yeah, the fixed 10 power is famous. Even their older ones are. I think Kyle has an old one. So.
Oh yeah, no, I have 3. I have 3 of the old model. This is the first of the new one. If it works out, I'm basically going to get everything down to two brands: SWFA 10 powers, and then the Track Torque. Probably they're 5 to 25. That's a 10 of pellets. Okay.
Well, he got pellets that didn't get delivered.
Right.
He's been doing a huge pellet conglomeration video, a whole year's worth. Yeah, 40-something videos.
Every Wednesday, he has his air gun reed cutters that he's been doing. Walter's been doing the same thing with Wade Cutter. He calls it Wade Cutter Wednesday also, and he's been doing those. Hell, I think he's like done over 100 molds now, just trying different molds from hell. Some of them are from the 20s that he's picked up. It's just strictly Wade Cutters. So.
Well, I hope you get your pellets, 6-shooter Texan or Ricky. Yeah, I asked Ricky, his last video was talking about all of them he tested. And it was like, okay, out of the best ones, which were the cheapest? Because I'm cheap. And if I ever want to try my pump ones, and he texted me and pointed me the way. So there you go. Nice guy. Good guy. Let's see. Can you check out the industrial building? Now, I heard that Las Vegas, everything's going up in price there, land-wise. No? Okay.
No.
Houses? What? I heard something.
No,
I heard
it's flat. So as soon as Trump's guy gets the interest rates to go down, then it'll go up. But right now, nobody can afford shit.
Yeah, well, he's not Trump's guy. He hates his guts. So there you go.
Stagnation.
I thought Vegas, everything, that whole state, everything went up. Oh, Kenny, what about your state? It's turning red. Did you see what's going on in your state? No more iffy, maybe, flip-floppy. No, it's turning red. Thank God, your neighbors. The only one I got to worry about is Colorado. Son of a bitch in Colorado.
Yeah, they might as well just be the extension of Washington State and Colorado. Colorado and Washington State are just, their whole I don't know, man. They're married to each other. I don't know what's going on. Colorado and Washington State seem to be the same thing.
I hate being on the border. It offends me to be on the border with Colorado. Just being on the border bugs me. But anyway, Kenny, Arizona is turning red. I mean, boom, all these people are coming. Yes, watch out for that. All right. None of this iffy mail-in ballot thing at the end. Mm-hmm. Watch out for Arizona, baby. Make Arizona great again. Yes. All right.
Well, the property I saw that it said Kenny all over it. It's like abuts BLM land, so you can drive off the parking lot with your quads.
America.
Yeah, and go shooting right there.
Yeah.
And then all sorts of semi bays, but it's only 15 minutes out of Vegas, and there ain't nothing else there. I think they'd have a hard time getting rid of it unless you're a shooter or a horseback rider or an ATC rider.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by BLM. So no new neighbors, all BLM. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I got to worry about where do I shoot golf balls and stuff. I don't want to litter on BLM land, if they go too far. Yeah.
I like what you're doing with the ice. There you go. No picking up the cans.
I got good tips: sawdust, wood chips, boil the water, no cracks, no shotgun pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working on it.
Now you got to take care of the ground squirrels with that thing.
I know. I saw your reply.
Yeah.
We'll save the shotgun glass for that. Yes. Can you imagine all those shards just going out? We're going to have to pop a squirrel with one. Yeah.
Poor squirrel. He's going to be sitting there just thinking it's a nice sunshiny day. And the next thing you know, Jim walks out there and all of a sudden all these shards of ice just
Yeah.
coming at him. He won't even, his mind won't even comprehend what's happening.
Yeah, I've been lazy. So we have 3 or 4 of them out there. I've been lazy, so we'll save them for that. Yeah.
About a week ago, well, 4 or 5 months ago, Susan spotted a couple deer in our backyard in the back section. So then about a week ago, one of the does were in the one of the does was drinking out of the water or out of the bird bath. So I told her, well, let's go ahead and get a trail cam set up in the front yard where the bird bath is. And so we've seen her come in a couple times, but I noticed that there's a dog that's been wandering around in our front yard late at night. So I think the dog's going to be chasing the deer around. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue. But
Okay, I got to address William here because he was helpful with getting the ice not to crack when you freeze it and everything. And now he just came up with the ultimate. We freeze a mouse in a core, a popcat core, and send it. Get rid of the carcass. That would be hilarious. Thank you, William. Oh, sorry, guys. That's just funny. That is hilarious, actually.
it's recycling.
Well, yeah, usually we check them out front. We have a graveyard for rats, right? But sending them out the back would be pretty damn funny. All right.
Sylvia, baked potatoes ready in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
What's ready in 10 minutes?
Baked potatoes.
Did anyone get that?
No.
Baked potato?
Potatoes.
Baked potatoes, yes. Yes. I love taters.
I thought you said baked jizz. I was like, what? What? It's like, Dave, you don't want to know. You just don't even go there.
Do you ever do twice baked potatoes where you refill them and get them all crusty on the outside?
Not in a long time.
Oh, they're so good. Mm. Kenny,
What I like to do,
yeah, Kenny just got your background. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, Rollins.
well, I'm just going to say what I like to do is boil them, then put them on a pan, a cookie sheet, crush them down, season them however you want to. Throw some oil on them, and just cook them up, heat them up like that. We pretty much converted everything over to cast iron except for a couple of the pots we still use. We're trying to do stainless steel with all those though. But yeah, it get those carbs in you.
Nothing wrong with a good tater.
I'll tell you one thing. Ever since this happened, man, my taste buds are not the same. Food does not taste the same to me at all.
I've heard other people say that. Excuse me. Yeah. My first mother-in-law, when she had her stroke, she said that she had no taste buds left.
Yeah, it happened to my wife, but then she's over it now. She can taste everything. It takes a while.
Well, I don't think I'm ever going to change. I think I'm permanently like this for the rest of my life. It's just, I think I just got too much damage is what happened. So,
Yeah, but you're already talking better and everything.
Well, I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. I mean, for a while there, man, I was just like, had my guts twisted in a knot. What am I going to do? And every single thing is so frustrating and just, it was terrible. And then finally, I just got to the point where I was like, man, I'm not going to worry about this shit anymore. I'm just going to, why spend the rest of my life worrying about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you might not realize it because after your stroke, even a month later, whatever, you were slurring. Now you're not. So
Well, I still,
you see yourself every day, but I noticed that you're totally different. You're not slurring or anything.
I'll tell you what made the biggest difference is them reducing the medication I was on. That was I spent every day in just a fog. Everything was such an effort to do. I mean, just getting up and getting dressed and crap like that. And I'm telling you, man, I got a new doctor. And when I went and sat down with that doctor, he went and reviewed all my medications. He took one look in there and he goes, I'll be right back. And he went and made a phone call and he came back. He said, first of all, we're going to take out this, take out that, take out this. And I'm surprised you're standing. He says, did you drive? You actually operate your car? Did you drive here? I mean, he was really surprised. Yeah, doctors will kill you. They don't care.
Like you were saying before, all they're worried about is pushing those pills. So
Well, and not just that. When they go ahead and they pull their lawn chair up on their waterfront property and they're looking up, over what their money is buying them, they can care less about you. They can care less about you at all. You're the furthest thing from their mind. They've already forgotten about you. All they're in it for is the money. That's it. So anyway, day by day, maybe I might get a percentage better. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to beat my head against the wall trying to figure out how I'm going to get better.
when I found when I'm hurt, sick, whatever it is, like you said, you put everything, just like, okay, this is what I got to deal with, and you get along. Like when my ankle was busted, once I stopped worrying about it, it still took a while to heal, but everything, out of sight, out of mind is the best way I can describe it. You be careful about how you do it, but
Yeah.
a
I'll tell you,
90-gallon cat pot.
I'll tell you one thing though.
I think
I've been blessed with good friends. Friends have helped me out quite a bit during this, and I have a wonderful daughter. I'm very, very proud of my daughter. She's such a wonderful young lady. She's raising my grandkids. And let me tell you what, I just love her to death. I feel she's just really a gift from God through this whole thing. I mean, just, and I don't know what I did right. I seem to do something right. I don't know, but she's been great. The whole 9 yards, everything. I think the worst part about it is when people ask you, well, how are you feeling? Well, if I tell you, how long are you going to want to put up with it? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not good. So let's just leave it at that.
there's something I need to pull up real quick on my tablet. If I act a little distracted, because I am, but no, it's good that you have your daughter, here to help you through all that.
I mean, as soon as this happened, she was here. She came all the way from Montana and boom, she was here. And, surprising thing too, I seen her mom for the first time in almost 20 years, so that was pretty wild. Yeah.
Pat, ham hocks and split pea soup, you're killing me.
Oh,
A little cheese on top and some crackers. Oh, boom, done.
I think it's going to be good. But yeah, I soaked the split peas for a day, and they're still hard. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, Gargar.
Garage guy is here. 1550. I got to fire up the F-250. It's still got old gas. Oh, man. I've neglected it so bad.
Well, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to really do you in here, Jim.
I named Vanessa Kitty says she wants a 44 and a 90-gallon cast iron pots. I didn't realize they actually went that big. Hey, Ozark.
What's going on?
That's a big casting pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you boil people.
Ozark might have one. Ozark,
Take
you
you half a
have
day to get it hot enough to start cooking in it.
I think Marvin's got a little bit of everything.
I got a little bit of everything.
You got a little bit of everything, man. You are styling. You can literally turn to the person, no matter who it is, to the left and say, "Hold my beer." You got a little bit of everything going on, man. I'm really happy. Well, I'm happy for you. You know, you look like somebody who's very content with the decisions you made in life, and you've seen them.
I don't know. It's been a rough year business wise, but
Well, you know that
yeah,
goes along with it too.
it
you
ebbs
know?
and flows.
Yeah, but you know,
There's a few students. I don't know if you can see my caterpillar on my hand there.
ooh,
Not another wound. Not another
That's
wound.
round
Ooh.
2 of
Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez.
what is it?
round 2 of skin cancer removal.
Oh,
I'll get these out on Tuesday. I got another week, and then they take one off this arm. So
Hmm.
wear your sunscreen, kids. And then in October, there's a little bitty one right in the crease of my nose they're going to take off. So they won't stitch that up because it'll jack up your face if you do that. So that's the hill on some. This one right here,
ooh,
4 inches of that, they had to redo the end of it because it didn't heal correctly. So he cut a 1/2 inch deep wedge out of that and sewed it back together. So I'm going to look like a pirate before it's over with R. So,
man, Marvin.
hey, it's not it's squamous. It's not melanoma. So, yeah, once they cut it off, you're done.
Well, at least you didn't have a stroke like me.
Right.
That really sucks. That really sucks, dude.
So we got,
I'll tell you about it, man. It really
Oh.
sucks. But hey, man, I'll keep you in my prayers, man. I mean, all that stuff, man, is bad. It's just all bad. But you know, you're pulling through it good.
looks like Pat's eating ribs.
Yeah.
I think he's got a ham hock or something. Oh, ribs.
Yeah, that's
oh.
a rib.
Oh, baby.
But we got good news on Twine's. Her tumor is smaller. So that's a good thing.
That's really good. I was wondering about.
They said it would ebb and flow, and right now it's in ebb. So that's a good thing.
That's good. I was wondering about Twines. Yes.
She's doing good.
You know, I worry about Jim sometimes. Jim will be sitting there in his chair and he'll take a sip, you know, and zip, he's gone. You know, he can't remember what he's talking about. And then he'll go, you
That's
know,
brain cancer.
okay. I worry about you, dude. Man, I worry about you. You know, we all love you, Jim. Jim, we all love you. I know we argue and we
Or
fight
hydraulic fluid.
sometimes, but we love you, man, and we're all rooting for you. You know, Crawl on your side, man.
And I thought it was the tractor. Well, anyway,
You got
That
it.
was a great story.
my theory is play hard, work hard, play hard.
Oh. Well, I'm in the middle of doing a prep on 250 rounds of 300 blackout. I've been making turtle poppers, and then now I'm going to do 250 rounds of 150 grain SSTs, get a can filled back up. Those are my old hog loads. They're good for critters.
Yeah, I keep forgetting what that little round ball Lee was that I got at the thrift store.
That 113 grain.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Ruger American loves that round, but I found those little M1, those Berries M1s on the cheap in a local store. I guess they used to have a regular that he loaded M1 carbine a lot. And I don't know if he's passed away or quit coming in or what, but they're like, it's been sitting on the shelves for a couple of years. So I picked it up at about 7.5 cents a round. I'm like, I can't pass that up. Let's see how they do. And then I ordered from Midway those little, I was calling them black babies. I sent you a picture of it. Those are 115 grain from Missouri Bullet. So
Good
We'll
deal
see.
there, guy. Good deal. Good deal there, guard guy.
Let's see. Picked up my first revolver, 44 LC or 44 Colt, whichever. People get pissed, whatever. I don't care. This week, putting first round through it. All right.
there you go. You'll enjoy
Yeah,
long coat.
good way to start.
Well, some people get upset about long Colt. Who gives a crap? It's either 45 Colt or long, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, you know what I say? It's your damn money. Enjoy it. Right.
Well, who cares? Who cares what you call it? You know.
Right.
Yeah.
The same people that say Garand or Grand and all that, they get into that thing, and I'm like, okay, is it carbine or is it carbine? Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? I mean, we're splitting hairs here. Why get upset about it? Why should you care what people call it?
Tomato.
That's it. It's the bottom line.
However, two things do bother me is Garand and lever action. It bothers. I'm sorry. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. When I hear lever action, boom, I'm done with the video. And and Garand, yes, it was his name, but our guys didn't call it a Garand. So those two things do bug me. And then also you have clip versus magazine. It doesn't bug me as much. But when someone says lever action, it drives me crazy.
Well,
That's one thing about Washington State. They did teach us to pronounce things correctly. Not lever, it's lever.
well,
Yeah.
as far as the clip and magazine, that's just it's essentially the same as calling a car's engine a motor.
Yeah, and I like using the term
And-
motor.
Yeah, I use motor all the time. Motorcycles. I mean, technically, motors are usually considered electric,
Yes.
and engines are some kind of gas.
Bavarian
Like,
Motor Works.
Yeah. And what's
But
funny about
literally, for 100 years, they've been used interchangeably, and nobody gets their nipples in a twist over that. So
and what's funny is a lot of really good car guys and mechanics, they'll call it a motor, even though it's not electrical. I'm fine with motor. I don't care. Yeah.
People get upset about
what it comes down to is either you're dealing with somebody with really small intellect, or you're dealing with somebody just trying to prove they're the smartest one at the table. and
Well,
they're usually the ones with a really small intellect. And
when you take physics, it's lever. Give me a lever long enough, and I can move the world. You
Yeah,
know that.
yeah.
So, just
But
saying.
how many cowboys called it a lever action? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure when they went and came out with the 1873 that when they cocked it open like that, the guy says, "Yeah, you just pull on this lever here." And so, pretty sure that's probably what he said. You pull on this lever here, and it just
Right.
slaps the roof open. It checks around.
Lever
Yeah,
does.
the clip thing is the only thing that bugs me.
Clip.
Yeah, and give me another clip.
Yeah. Another thing that bugs me is every movie where they got a 1911 or a high power or whatever, the hammer's down. The hammer's down. It's not going to hurt a thing. No, but unless that hammer's cocked, that gun ain't going off. And every movie has a hammer down. What the?
Yeah,
What?
my brother-in-law has a 50 AE Desert Eagle, and it's the same way. It's single action. We gave it to my son. We're like, all right, you gotta be a man to pull that trigger. He's up there, just squeezing it as hard as he could. Now we're like, cock the hammer and pull the trigger. His face was turning red. His knuckles were turning white. He's pulling that trigger so hard. It ain't gonna happen. So.
But you will notice in most movies, the 1911, the hammer is down. There's nothing going off.
While you're talking about heavy trigger pull, when we were at the pawn shop today, the girl was showing us a little Derringer, so it's a single action weapon, and the trigger pull on it was so heavy that you would have thought that the hammer. At first I kept asking her, "Are you sure the safety's not on?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand you want a heavy trigger, but I mean this thing was like, even all those guys were complaining about how it's like just nasty.
Have you ever pulled the trigger on a British Webley revolver? It's like 11 pounds. A Webley, the British Webley is a break action, and it had the mechanics on the outside of the.
Yeah, the double action on a
11.5 pound pull.
The Webleys and the Nagant Russian revolvers, both of them have a hideous double action trigger. Hideous. Yeah.
The Colt, the Colt, what, the 1908 or whatever, the old First World War. Revolver that they did. They have it has a pretty damn heavy trigger. No wonder Fritz was able to get away with that cut off trigger guard. The trigger pull so heavy on these damn guns.
Poor Kenny, you probably get all kinds of calls like that. Luckily, your wife deals with most of it. All the stupid questions, yeah.
You ought to label it a chassis-free system. What's that mean? It means no chassis. It's free.
Yeah.
Where I worked, we would get visiting navies from other countries, our allies. And it just so happened the British one had pulled in one time, and they were tying up. And so, I was standing there with this rigger boss, and I was talking to him. But the ship's force came over there and started asking us, about hooking up the, they wanted to have a line for the Night Rider, And I looked at him. I said, "Yeah, well, we can hook you up with that." And he says, "Yeah." He says, "Just go over and put it by the bow of the ship." I said, "The what?" He says, "Is it the bow or the bow?" Because he called it the bow, at the bow of the ship. The bow or the bow? That's the bow. Okay, the pointy thing where you want the boat to go forward. That's the bow. That was driving me nuts.
What they call a trunk a boot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a boot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey,
Don't worry, they'll look down their noses at us and tell us we're doing it wrong. We're
Well,
calling it wrong.
considering they have more admirals than they have working naval vessels, they have like 5
well, they're like
frigates.
the Canadians. Canadians got a rubber boat navy, man. They got a rubber boat navy.
The
That's just the way it is.
used to be the greatest navy in the world, and now they've got 5 frigates, 2 destroyers, and about a half a dozen submarines. In that
Well-
one carrier.
Think about they're turning Muslim, so really I don't want them to have any weapons. So in one way, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, rubber boat navy, a balsa wood Air Force, and they've got a BB gun in the Army.
Yeah, the libs have just absolutely gutted their military.
Yep.
Pat didn't want us to watch him eat.
I didn't want to tease Jim. I'm gonna have to turn the camera off and pick my teeth in a minute. But the Canadians are even worse than the Brits. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
you could take Canada with Louisiana.
14 rednecks in pickup trucks would probably take care.
Oh yeah. I bet if you put a $25 bounty on Canadians, it'd be done in a week.
Oh, half them would be working with us just to do it.
Yeah, everything from the Rocky Mountains west.
I'm serious. If Alberta, secedes and then joins us, I'm going to go up there and see about, if depending on how the government goes.
When's that vote? August?
I really haven't been paying attention to it for the last few hobbies. The one who, yeah, there you
Hobbies.
Speaking of Canucks, there's one.
And that's another thing too. With Mike up there in Canada, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. No.
It's Ottawa.
Well, the problem is like I said earlier, you have a group of people that get into power, they influence the younger people, and the younger people don't care about freedom. They want security. So they're willing to trade their freedom for security. That's it.
Oh, it's more than that. I live in California, and Reagan was our governor here. So anybody worth a shit has already fled. I mean, that's all there is to it. You got nothing left but the bottom of the barrel now, and we're almost out of money. Everybody's getting out of Dodge. The whole place is going to be, like one of those post-apocalyptic movies.
We've sold 2 houses to retired cops from California. It's like they retire and leave.
You're preaching to the choir, man. I mean, I live in Washington. Come on.
That's not as bad as here. I mean, you guys have some real freaks there, but I think I think we got you beat.
Oh,
I don't know. Companies are fleeing Seattle as fast as they can.
Yeah, well, I say good. That's the way I look at it. It's like Boeing. They're laying off all these people. Well,
if freaking Starbucks left, anybody can leave.
Well,
Starbucks moved what to Nashville?
yeah.
Oh yeah, if the place is so bad, Starbucks flees, it's bad. Blue-haired hippies, get out of Dodge.
Yep.
Hey, Exxon left Delaware, New Jersey. They moved to Texas. That Rockefeller started that. That was Standard Oil.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Exxon. Then it was Exxon Mobil. They have left New Jersey and moved to Texas.
How much can Texas take, though? Everyone's going there, manufacturing, everything.
Hey, they've opened their stock market down there. That's going to be the next interesting thing over the next 2 years. So
Yeah.
the stock market's gradually coming online down in Dallas now through December. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens in New York and Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin, when you went ahead and walked on the waterfront down there in Seattle, you probably looked around and thought, is everyone down here? Are they everybody on some sort of, antipsychotic medication? I mean, it's you're into Seattle, I'd say.
I enjoyed Seattle. They ran all the druggies east of the highway, so the tourists didn't have to cope with it.
I'll tell you one thing, Seattle PD, they don't mess around. And they got told, hey, you need to clean up the streets. There's too many homeless people. That's exactly what they did.
I guarantee you, when the soccer crowd showed up, all the druggies run over east of the highway. Just like when what's his name from China showed up in San Francisco, they ran all the bums off, cleaned up all the camps, and paved the streets in about a month. They shipped all the homeless over to Oakland.
Yep, they picked all the crap off the sidewalks, everything.
Mhm.
No more dirty needles. Yep.
Yeah, I know. When you visited Seattle, I said, watch out for this and that areas. And you were like, this is like any city, same amount of bumps. I'm like, no, you're not looking. You're
Well,
not. Yeah.
Our Uber driver on the way from the airport was like, yeah, about 2 months ago, they started pushing all the bums east of the interstate or east of the highway because they realized all that tourist money was leaving because they don't want to put up with the bums harassing them.
Yeah.
And, in front of our B&B, there was a tent in the middle of the street. They were around, but not in the mass crowds like they were there for a while.
Well, there are places. There are places.
Well, whenever that takeover or whatever happened,
I mean,
tourism in Seattle.
On 99 or Aurora, they moved up where I used to live almost everywhere. Luckily, I was gone by then, but I was like, oh my God, if I went to the store, this is disgusting. But that happened after I moved. There's full videos on YouTube about Seattle. Yeah. So, yeah, it's bad. Bad. Luckily, we sold in time and got out of there in time and bought in time. So
Yeah.
everything was, no one was buying here at the time, and it was good selling market there at the time. So it was perfect timing. Perfect.
Right. Our Uber driver told us, stay west of the 5 and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Talk to the bums that are around and you'll be okay. He said, but don't go east of the 5.
Yeah. Our biggest problem right now is property tax and stuff, because after we bought this house, it went crazy. So now we got to pay taxes for that. But that's okay. The house tripled. So
Oh, property values here have gotten stupid.
yeah, we tripled. So the house price
yeah.
tripled here. So it's like, all right, we'll pay the taxes.
the counties keep reassessing because the property values go up. Yeah. I mean, gosh, 10 years ago, we could build a house for $65 a square foot. Now we can't touch building a house. And I'm not talking about the price of land. 165 to 200 a square foot. 165 is a bare bones, nothing to it house.
Oh yeah. When I bought the house in Vegas, it was $64 a square foot. You can't build for that, even back then.
No. No, you can't. No, I can't pour the slab for that. Concrete here is $205 a yard, and we're cheap. You go to Kansas City or St. Louis, they're paying $300, $320 for a yard of concrete. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. My backyard, somebody's mom had the whole thing concreted, probably, 5,000 square feet of concrete with steps and everything like that. It was cheap back then. Concrete wasn't expensive.
I can't imagine what you would pay for concrete by the yard. And you can't get a 4-yard truck. You can get a 4-yard truck, but you're going to pay for 9. Because there's just the demand is there.
Well, the environmentalists are all anti-concrete because cooking the limestone to make it releases CO2 and it's horrible for the environment. So you can't make Portland cement in California.
And
There's like-
and it may cause cancer in the state of California.
Oh, well, yeah. Our water has a Prop 65 label on it in California.
McDonald's French fries. The label on the door about French fries can cause cancer is like huge. You can't go anywhere here without a legal warning, a talisman against lawsuits posted everywhere. It's
You know what I
crazy.
really enjoy about Marvin is that Marvin, he doesn't mess around. He goes right to the numbers. It's like concrete. He goes right to the numbers, and so he's a hard business sort of guy, and I think that's awesome. I really respect that. I would love to have him. No, I would love to have him in some of my old meetings that I had at work, because he would put him through it. Say, okay, fine. You want to jump through those hoops? We'll do it.
Well, he has to. It's part of his business. He's an
I'm a
estimator.
businessman.
He's an estimator. He has to do it.
Well, in our restoration company, right now people are in such financial pinches. When they have damage to their home, they're not doing the repairs. They can't afford the deductibles because deductibles are now 1% and 2%. Okay, you got $500,000 house. That's $10,000 deductible. And a $500,000 house anymore is a freaking starter house.
Yeah.
$350 to $500 is a starter home anymore. Can you believe that?
I believe it.
And well, 10 years ago, $150,000 house was a starter house. Not anymore. Not since COVID.
Oh, I remember when I was a kid, 12, 15 years old, and the house was the mortgage was 18 grand that the old folks had, and they were paying $100 a month on their mortgage.
Oh, my dad built a house in '72 for $32,000.
Yeah.
But
My parents-
my first house was 1,800 square feet. It was built in 1945. We paid $55,000 for it. That was 30 years ago. That same house on Zillow now is $350,000. $300,000 higher, in 30 years.
Well, I like to explain it to Sylvia as cheeseburgers. It's hard to get the inflation thing across. So it's like, no, we bought the house for $250,000 McDonald's double cheeseburgers, and it really hasn't appreciated that much. The money's gone to shit. It's still worth about 250,000 McDonald's double cheeseburgers, even though it's 550 grand now.
Yeah. Is a quarter pounder really a quarter pounder anymore?
Question is has it ever been meat?
I always like the Big Mac better. I don't know why.
Cranky? Cranky's here. Hey,
I was
Cranky,
watching that.
congratulations on your New Jersey law or court case.
New Jersey court case. What is that?
They got rid of the New Jersey 10-round semi-auto ban
Ban. Yeah.
and assault weapon ban.
Wow. There you go, Cranky. Stock
Yeah.
up, baby.
Now, if they get rid of their 60-day waiting period or whatever it is,
He's saying nothing's changing. Come on, Cranky.
Oh,
Cranky.
man.
I haven't been to a McDonald's forever, but it used to be
you
like
got one like 3 miles from your house.
I know, but it used to be like $3.50 for a deluxe meal. You know, the big fries and everything.
It's been a long time since you've been there.
Now you can't get out of there for a steak dinner. Yeah, screw that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen what a ribeye costs at the grocery store now?
Oh my gosh.
$18 a pound over here.
Yeah.
On sale in the family pack.
Yeah. The manager special stuff's $18.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, it's-
like Frankie's saying, it's going to be a couple years before all that gets settled. So
okay, if anybody's got a Costco, I was just there last night. They've got full bags of New York strip for $9.99 a pound.
Yep.
USDA prime too. But I couldn't. $135 for 12 pounds. It was like nope, I can't do that right now.
Yeah, but you can still get a full chicken pretty cheap there.
I bought 2 of them, $5 each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all day long.
$4 to $5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be what is
They're
it?
still losing money on it.
To have it cooked and seasoned for $5, are you crazy? You can't touch that.
No, you can't buy.
You lost later to get your butt in the store and you'll buy something else right there.
No, it's going to be chicken fettuccine tomorrow. And then I got some Indian butter chicken sauce. I'm going to do up some with rice. But yeah, I mean, that's cheapest calories I've got for protein.
You can still get pork for a decent price. Chicken's not too bad, but beef is just absolutely stupid. Thank God my father-in-law's a beef farmer, a rancher. That's all I got to say. What was it, 400 and something people voted? Frankie?
That's what I think is funny. There's 400 that they'll admit to that were
Right.
out of the 6,000 that they'll admit to.
Right.
That got registered by mistake, but they won't release the voter rolls to double check.
Well, that's how Mondami and all these knuckleheads in Seattle and everywhere else are getting. Part of the reason they're getting voted in is because you don't have, in local elections, you don't have to be a citizen. In New York, anybody that's a resident can vote. So that, every Tom, Dick, and Habib that moves over from overseas can vote in New York City.
Yep.
I am.
There's your
there-
T-bone.
I was 5 seconds away. We had we had a beef truck come through, and I'm very suspicious about beef trucks. Oh, oh my God. And it's so good. All right. So now I get a free, and they're nicely sealed, and some are seasoned. We got everything. Any kind of meat you want.
That's porterhouse there. Yeah, that's trim tight too. You're not paying a bunch of fat.
Yeah, we have one of those beef guys show up about every couple of weeks or every couple of months, I should say.
Yeah, is it from Brazil or Argentina?
Anyway, it's all legit, USDA, everything. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, it all has to be USD inspected, but what's the product of?
I don't know. Yeah.
They ship 10 containers, they're going to inspect one of them. You know. We don't have a Costco here. Walmart won't let them. Can't get a Kroger either. They couldn't stop Whole Foods. But yeah, Kroger tried to come. Costco tried to come. Walmart fought them every way they can. And Walmart's too important to our local economy when you got 16,000 people working for them here and another 30,000 vendors selling to them here. That's a lot of swing.
I think at Walmart, isn't the roasted chicken there? Isn't the roasted chicken there like $5?
Something like that. Yeah. The ones at Sam's are way better.
Yeah. We got a Costco in Silverdale, and so but I'm not a member. I mean, it's just me. I don't,
Right.
If I had a family,
you don't need to go buy primals of beef, whole loins.
I don't need 5 gallons of mac and cheese, or 5 gallons of ketchup. I just the one thing I do like that Costco sells is their coffee. Their 100% Colombian coffee is really good, and you get 3 pounds. And so, a friend of mine, he belongs to Costco. So every time he goes to Costco, I say, "Hey man, pick me up like 3 cans of that, and I'll pay you for it." So
Hey Paul, Kroger pulled out of Missouri because Missouri did not force them to go. What do you call it? The labor union.
Oh yeah.
Kroger went union. Missouri didn't force them to go union, so Kroger, under their agreement, had to pull out.
Yeah.
The union shut down Kroger in Missouri, not Kroger.
I'll tell you what, you go to Safeway here and it's crazy money. I don't tell anybody shops at Safeway. I know people that shop at Safeway, they're like, "Oh no, you get these coupons and you get points, and you get." How much money are you spending there?
I hadn't seen a Safeway in 25 years.
Yeah, just Safeway is expensive. Albertsons, Safeway have joined. They've married their companies together. Now out in Kingston, there is an Albertsons, but they have the same products that they have at Safeway. It's the same, label cans that they have, and it's the same company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Vons and Albertsons Kroger? I think they're Kroger. Or is it Ralph's Kroger for here in California? Anyway, my Vons up the street is so awful on purpose. They'll only have one checker so that you'll use their, their automated checkout line and check your own stuff. And they make us pay for a bag. And, of course, they don't have the bags there. And it's just a race to the bottom of suck. And they're not any cheaper than Food for Less, where you got to bag your own groceries. Well, I go to Vons, I got to bag my own groceries if I want to get out of there in an hour. So, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I when you can't just check out with a cashier, I hate that.
Pat.
Out west, what amazed me was everything was locked up under key. In Vegas, everything was locked up under key except for canned foods, basically, and produce. We were amazed. Uh, like shampoo was behind key, razor blades was behind key, all the baby diapers and all that. Here, you don't see that stuff here.
No, nothing is behind key.
You
He
see
said-
somebody try to shoplift here, you'll see other shoppers tackle their ass.
That's right. They'll get their ass kicked. That's what they're gonna get. Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
he
no.
says,
You saw
hey,
Pat.
he said, what's up? He says,
Pat, do you still have Reallys? Do you
we
still
saw
have
Really?
a store? Yeah, a grocery store chain by the name of Rayleigh's.
No,
I used to shop there all the time when I was in Sacramento.
no. A lot of them are gone. Market Basket was really big. They're gone. Yeah. Now they've winnowed it down to there used to be a choice. Within 5 miles there'd be, 5 or 6 different, corporations running grocery stores. It's down to 1 or 2 now.
Yeah.
And there's no competition and they don't fight. So you got to go to the wholesale produce store to get produce. I swear to God, potatoes for like $2 a pound over at Vaughn's. For a potato, you go to any place else and it's like, $2 for a 10-pound bag still, but they don't have 10-pound bags at Vaughn's. They've got individual organic potatoes for $2 a pound and onions. It's crazy.
Yeah, you go to the organic grocery stores here, it's stupid like that too.
Yep. Oh, and the potatoes suck. How are the potatoes on that side of the country? Because there was like some Mickey Mouse shit going on in Idaho where, the wholesale price was under 10 cents a pound and the farmers were just fucked it. They left them in the cellar. And so they sat in the cellar for a year and a half. Price came up and then they started bagging them and they're rotten potatoes. I mean, awful potatoes.
No problem here.
Oh, okay. We got awful potatoes.
yeah, we're neighbors with Idaho. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
And the potatoes suck here because they export them everywhere. So we have to wait for a potato truck to come. And it's like once a year, and you can get bags of potatoes that are good, But yeah, the potatoes suck here. And we're right next to Idaho. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
All the
William,
money, buddy. All the money.
the liquor and the baby formula and all that is still on the shelf here.
You're not allowed to touch them. It's not a felony. So you can't shoot the fleeing felon here. If they keep it under $1,000 a trip on their shoplifting, the employees can't touch them. It's crazy. It's just
While they're shutting down like crazy.
It's way easier not to lock everything and spend all that money and time an employee to come unlock than just beat the crap out of them in the store and they won't do it again.
no. They do these. They get about 10 or 15 at a time. They'll run in. They'll just clear an aisle into bags and out the front door in 30 seconds, and nobody's allowed to touch them, and it's not a crime. Police won't even write a report. That's why they're shutting down and locking stuff up.
He say, what is it? Ecstatic. Never heard of it.
He's ecstatic. He's
Oh.
happy. He's happy.
All right.
Pistol caliber carbine.
Pistol caliber carbine. Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, he didn't say what it was. I thought the brand was Ecstatic. That'd be a good name, by the way. Anyway.
Well, it's not just the insurance companies. You know, you go stomping somebody's head in over a fucking candy bar, you're gonna get sued. So
The
Yeah.
candy bars will stop getting stolen after a couple of times, though.
They need to
well,
be
yeah, but
arrested. They need to be
and,
arrested.
and I
Yeah.
agree with you. A person deserves a good ass beating for something like that. But do you want to be the one who has to spend $50,000 to have some lawyer defend you for, over that? Because the company's
Yeah,
got to
but-
fire you immediately
They'll
and say,
tackle
"Oh,
their
he
ass
wasn't."
over a jar of pickles here.
Yeah,
What they don't do is arrest them, prosecute them, and make them pay. They get a hand slap, and that's it.
so,
So, yeah, that's crap.
Oh yeah, when I was doing IT
Oh, yeah, no.
security for a car dealer,
yeah, no, pay for it. Yeah, I mean, it's the insurance companies tell them, it's cheaper. The liability insurance is more expensive than just having to replace something that they probably only pay pennies on the dollar for anyways. So, and everybody knows it. The cops aren't going to do anything. The store's not going to do anything. So,
It all got bad when cops couldn't use nightsticks anymore. I'm sorry. That's when everything went bad.
But they quit printing yellow pages and put across the kidneys.
Whack! The old interrogation room where they take a phone book. Whack! Yeah.
Pee and blood, but no bruises.
And nothing, back then it was okay. Yeah. No problems.
There wasn't a phone and a camera in everybody's pocket.
We say you got to come on here one of these days, damn it.
if they just spent the money on hitmen and biker gangs instead of insurance, this shit would stop.
I know. You just point in the parking lot. you point that guy.
What was the concert they hired Hells Angels as the security?
That was
Yeah, they take care of everything privately in the parking lot. You didn't
Rolling
pay,
Stones.
right? Yeah.
Rolling Stones did.
Yeah,
Bob
that's what
Hammer
one of the
solves a
people-
lot of problems.
Yeah,
hell, I was watching a video. Some chick at a nail salon. She just got up and she said, "I'm not paying for it. I'm a lawyer." And she just walked out, and they chased her out. Yeah, called the cops and stuff, but not sure exactly what happened. But I mean, it was just like she gets up and says, "I'm not paying for it." After she gets a couple $100 worth of work done. Yeah.
well,
so-
we've got a biker bar right down the street for the cost of a dime bag of meth. You can have anybody who's ass kicked.
Right.
Okay, he say did they fix is it an arrow barrel? Did they fix the support on the arrow barrels? Because they weren't that good at the beginning. Dog Valley, Bolton buffer tube. Is that an arrow barrel? Did they fix it?
So I was up in Vegas last weekend. That's why I didn't hop on. Sorry, Jim. But we get there, and she'll probably chime in. Sylvia forgot the key.
Oh. Yeah, but you have a trick, right? You
Only
didn't
the third time.
wait, Pat. You didn't fix the door, did you?
Okay, just replace the deadbolt with new keys. So it's brand new deadbolt, and it's double pane insulated $1,000 panes of glass. So I'm not going to break a window. And no, but I was hauling shit up there, and I had my my bucket full of 80% lower stuff. So I had a router with a carbide bit at 3 a.m. So yeah, I routed out that lock.
You drilled
Oh,
it like that.
Gosh.
Would have been easy with a drill, but no, I had to route the whole thing out.
Oh wow.
Ships
Wow.
everywhere.
Squinting the whole
Neighbors.
time.
Yeah.
Had your safety squint on.
Well, yeah, Sylvia was holding the flashlight for me. She's, as soon as I started going, the light would go someplace else because she's got her hand over her eyes.
And nobody called the cops as y'all were breaking in.
No,
Yeah, routers aren't the quietest thing in the world. I was surprised no one called the cops. Okay, Heath, I got you. All right, Heath.
I think one of my rifles have a ballistic advantage barrel, the General model, I think it's called, and I only got about 200 rounds on it. I haven't played with it too much.
Yeah, I got one in something. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I got a ballistic advantage barrel. Just can't remember what gun.
Yeah.
Pat, you didn't have any windows or anything that could be like,
not for less than $1,000. You bust a window on one of those windows.
You need a garage door opener, brother.
Okay. Yeah. And I saw how it's done, how you can get the coat hanger around the back of it. And
yeah, pull the
Yeah.
rope. Yeah.
Yeah. But
pull
I
the-
would have needed a step ladder. This was like 2:30 in the morning
Ah, geez, the coat hanger.
with nothing. I mean, no. But the cheapest deal was $15 to replace the deadbolt. That was the cheapest way in.
Okay. For
That's
people,
cheap.
all right. For people that don't know, you can get into any garage with a pull rope. So you stick a hanger up there and you pull down, the red pull rope in case
Yeah.
your power goes out, whatever, you can open it manual.
Yeah. Well, usually
so-
I put C clamps on the track, so
Yeah.
that wouldn't work.
Yeah, we disconnect the pull rope and put a bolt through it so you can't do it. In case someone wants to try and through your, that's the easiest way in a house
Just
is
take the rope off.
yeah, garage door. So yeah. So if anyone out there has a pull rope in their garage, disconnect it so a guy can't just put a hanger through your garage door and lift up and pull on it and it'll open right up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't have a coat hanger or a step ladder. So
Yeah. Jag, you can use zip ties. Yes. You can zip tie
Yeah, those new metal zip ties are badass.
there's a
Those-
little lever. There's a little lever when you pull the rope. It's an actuating thing. You can just defeat it that way so it can't open. One time we had a power outage and my generator doesn't do the garage doors. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I had to get on a ladder and cut that fucker off so I could open the garage door. Yeah, because we had it disconnected, Ah. Now somebody always stays at home, which is usually me. So no problems there.
Yeah, that'd be a real pain in the ass, man, if you couldn't get in your house. So you're sitting there and you're trying to, get in your house, and somebody calls the cops. So here you are, you're explaining to somebody that you're just trying to get into your house, and you explain that to the cops.
I figured I could get in quicker than the cops could get there, especially 2:30 in the morning in Vegas. It's not like it's a quiet town or anything. They're busy at 2 in the morning. So I was in about 15, 20 minutes. I had to let the thing cool down twice.
Interesting.
Yeah, pig iron and brass doesn't take long to drill through. A lot of lock faces are plastic now.
Yeah, nothing worse than breaking into your own house or your own car.
That's a nice thing about electric locks. You can pull the door, run straight down, boom, hit the button, and you're in.
Yeah.
Well, if you gentlemen excuse me for just a minute, I got to get the potatoes off.
All right, take care of your taters.
I'm going to go get a refill. I'll be back.
I'm gonna sit here and yawn my ass off.
Oh, it's finally cooling off out here. Oh, finally.
Went target shooting Friday after work. So it was about noon by the time I was done at work. So as soon as I stepped out, I mean, I was just drenched. So had a regular like beach towel that I was trying to keep myself dry with. Anyways, playing around with this video where I'm doing one load. I'm testing in 8 different pistols, and so far they're all doing okay at least. But I figured this much out. I wish Scotsman was here. My Glock with the red dot on it is probably the most accurate of the three, or of all the pistols I have right now. So I don't know if it's because just Glock are superior to everything else, or if it's the red dot. So,
Good thing Scotsman's not here.
say that again.
Good thing Scotsman's not here to tell you Glock can't shoot.
Yeah. The nice thing is, well, I just put another one on layaway, but I have, in the last year, I bought 3 Smith & Wesson second and third gens. So, been playing around with those. And the 659 is really nice. And yeah, like I said, that but surprisingly, I have just a little 7-shot car, the CW9, which
Yep. We have
that
one.
damn thing. Yeah, that damn I carry it all the time because it's nice and flat and it sits in my pocket easy, so I can just take it out, put it up where it's out of the way, and when I'm going, but when I go into the truck stop, I can put it. There you go. Look at the moon.
Peeing in the moon.
I just looked at that moon.
I'm just peeing in the moonlight, people. All right.
Eyes up here. Eyes up here.
Sorry about
Please.
that. Oh, I got snagged on something. Son of a bitch. All right. Almost took my undies off. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Well, no, I'm just going to say, but that car, I'm shooting them off the bags at 20 yards, and the car is staying up there with everything else. You'd figure with that little 2-inch barrel,
Yeah.
but it does. It's doing pretty damn good. So, anyways, like I said, I put the 5906 away on layaway at the pawn shop. And then
I got one of those.
I went in it was last week, and I put some money down on that 5906, and we were talking. She had an old Model 66, second gen -2.
Okay.
She gave me a really good number on it. It's like, well, yeah,
Yes.
put that on too. So it
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it worked out. She said she was just tired of having it sit there. Yeah, she made
They're coming down, especially the used market.
Is it 4-inch barrel or 6?
yeah, just a standard 4-inch. I don't know if it's a police trade-in, but the standard
nice K-frame, excellent. Yes.
the same ones we used to buy for the police trade-ins we used to buy for what, $200 a pop, 2 1/4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she has a gorgeous Model 19 pendant recessed on there, and I think she's not asking enough for it. Yeah, and I even told her. So
Why'd you tell her? You can go back and get them.
I probably won't. I probably won't buy it. I have other things I need to concentrate on. Yeah, so. I mean, I'm probably always going to have something in layaway there. I mean, she gets some decent stuff in there. Yeah.
Have we talked about the CMP M14s yet?
I just heard about that.
And the M1s. They're starting to produce new M1s. And they're going to do a tanker version, and they're going to do a night version.
Wow.
Now, how much were they going to ask for the M14s? Has there been any numbers?
$1,900.
You know what? That's right up there.
That's right. That's
Springfield Armory.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You see at the CMP.
Correct. They're going to start selling M14s, and they're also going to start producing M1 Grands,
Right.
M306 and 308. In the next 2 years, they're going to roll out a tanker version, and then the flash hider, whatever that is, the night sniper. So cool. I'd like to get to Birmingham to see that new facility.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm going to drive
Hard on
right
my
past it.
American Express card, though. I'll tell you.
Well, and it's my club that I'm a member of. They're a CMP facility.
Oh yeah. Here's what sucks about the CMP is you have to join. God, I'm right. The bourbon's kicked in. Oh, Dave, you're a life member of the NRA, which has turned into a BS organization. But to participate, you have to be a member of the NRA. So that's it. I don't think about it.
Yes, I'm going to buy a Springfield Armory then.
Yeah.
I used to be a member.
And beat the hell out of it. Just buy a Springfield.
I used to be a member of the NRA, and then once I finally realized
you're paying for $5,000 suits and private jets. Yeah, that's all you're doing.
So piss on them. I'm still a member of the Gun Owners of America, and if they turn out to be as big as scumbags, I'll drop them. There'll be somebody out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to be a member of a club that does CMP matches. So,
Yeah.
Or the NRA, right?
yeah.
You can go to the range and do the matches.
But you got to be a member of that club. Mhm.
And they'll ship it to your door, right? So,
Yep,
Yes.
except in California.
geez, really?
Washington State.
Yeah, but my problem is it's got to be a CMP match, and that makes it you got to already have U.S. military surplus, and I don't have U.S. military surplus. Well, I do now with that trap door, but I don't think there's any match I can shoot with a trap door.
I know. Wouldn't that be awesome, though? Yeah. Trapdoor matches.
Yeah. Fun 4570 match.
Well, Cranky is still up. Cranky is still up tonight.
I tell you what, those trapdoors don't kick near as bad as a full powered 4570.
Oh, that curved butt plate really sucks on the
Oh
caliber-
yeah, it
on the
gouges.
carbines. It kicks pretty good.
I got a 4570 lever action that full power loads just about 15. I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. Yeah.
That's what makes it an economical shooter. It's not like you can go out and mag dump.
Right. Your shoulder tells you when
I think somebody should make a Martini Henry copy, like Rossi or anybody. Just make a traditional and all kinds of weird calibers too. Easy to load calibers.
Yeah, that's the trick is the easy to load. That Martini Henry, the paper patching, that ain't. Of course, you could powder coat probably and get away with it, couldn't you, Pat? Or is it the bore diameter is why you got a paper patch?
It's a squeeze bore is the real problem. So at the start of the chamber, it's a cone for about 6 inches that goes from 468 to 45, and
Wow.
working around that's a real pain in the butt, and that's why paper patch works good, or
So
soft lead and grease cookies, just a big pain in the butt. But once you got it figured out, it's not so bad. But
So buy you a bunch of zigzags and paper patch away, right?
so
Yeah.
they shouldn't make Martini Henrys new. It would be too damn expensive. It's like a
No.
4x8 block that's got to get milled out for the receiver, and no, it'd be too crazy nowadays to get that machined up.
I don't know. You got CNC and everything. I'd like to like a 44 mag or something. It'd be awesome. With a threaded barrel. Yes.
Because it's basically like a rolling block, isn't it, or a drop block, or Martini Henry?
Tilting block, and the ass end of the receiver, the tilting block when it comes up is resting on the stock bolt that's going through the back of the receiver and straight into the stock. So it's a hell of a strong action. But nah, you wouldn't want to make that new.
Right.
No, there'd be 12 pounds of steel to machine down into half a pound of receiver.
Shooting those martinis it's a push, it's not a kick.
Mhm.
That's what I enjoyed about them. You shoot that 4570, standing, it's not bad, but when you're on the bench and your shoulder's taking it, you're not flexing away with the shot. Woo.
But that's a lot to do with the buttstock too. Yeah.
Hey, I got a sissy pad on that Marlin. Full power load, it still hurts. I needed that extra length of pull with that sissy pad gives me. But yeah, that Cowboy Crescent stock. Come on, Winchester. That was a shitty design. Yeah. It was made for dudes that average 5'4". It was not made for a dude that's 6'2" and 300 pounds.
Well, I loaded up some uh, it's accurate buffalo rifle. I forget 5777 or something. Is anyway, the 350 grains that I'm shooting out of it kick harder than the 480 grain with black powder, and yeah, it's rough. I mean, I couldn't imagine a full power modern load. They'd kick my ass.
Hey, put Lever Revolution in there behind that 350. It's like damn. But I mean, it'll roll a hog. I still like that 350 and a 458 SOCOM with H110. Man, that I love that round.
.57-44. Yeah, that's the. But yeah, I've got the. I took the trapdoor up to Vegas, and I got 200 rounds to shoot out of the thing, and
Oh, wow.
I'm ready for the next trip. But it was 109 degrees in the shade.
Oh,
I'm not picking up brass, hot brass in the sunshine. No.
Yeah, it's 103 this coming week. We got to 101 this week for a day, and then the tropical depression clouds kicked in, gave us some respite. But yeah, I walked out just to get my refill, and the damn concrete's still hot to walk on barefoot. It's crazy.
Well,
It's 5 days of summer. I mean, shit, it's the middle of July. What do you expect? Or
we
late
haven't
July.
gotten triple digits yet, but I doubt that we actually will. But when I was picking up brass yesterday, yeah, it was like, yeah, you get a few dozen pieces and your hand's already, getting that little burn, not burn marks, but yeah, they were damn hot.
Yeah, that's what sucks. The brass doesn't cool down when it hits the floor. So,
Hey, but it sure is great whenever you're tumbling brass. I got 250 cases in the tumbler right now. So tomorrow that's on aluminum tray. It'll take about an hour for them to dry out.
yeah. That's how I dry my brass. I got to do it this summer before winter.
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I got 500 rounds of 308 that I've got to decap and resize to throw into the tumbler. And it's 100 degrees in the bedroom down there where it's got to get done. So it ain't getting done.
Hey, I got a window unit 10 feet away from me right there in the wall. Am I reloading? Otherwise, stuff would rust out if I didn't have it. If I had just ran a dehumidifier, hell, it'd be 100 degrees in here. I'm still seeing rust on my micrometers and stuff like that. You have to go put them on the parting wheel.
Yep, that's crazy. Things don't rust here, thank God. But
the humidity has been was rough about it. It was hot this week, but not as humid. But the week before, it was like, holy cow! It was Gulf humid. It was like Ross kind of humid.
It's just been thick.
Yeah,
You walk outside and your glasses fog up.
not good for powder coating either in that humid weather.
No, I prefer to cast lead in the wintertime.
Yeah, that's cold weather stuff.
Twine's like, well, let's go do this in the shop. I'm like, it's
No.
heated. It's not cool. Yes.
Well, get a portable air conditioner.
Oh, I could put an air conditioner in there. I just don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, they're so nice though. I live in the bedroom because of the air conditioner. Yes.
Pat, what are you going to load? What are you going to load in those 308s?
I got a bunch of Nosler 168 grain
Oh, okay.
custom competition, and I've got a big jug of Varget. So it's
Okay.
going to be Varget 168s.
Load it to the shoulder and go. You don't have to weigh it.
I always shot 48.95, 41.7 grains, so 48.95.
It's about 44. It gets crunchy with Varget on commercial brass, and less than that on the Lake City stuff.
Yeah,
But,
Lake City's a lot thicker.
But that's the nice thing about Varget. You just fill it up to the top, and if your case capacity is low, then you get higher pressure. But
Margaret likes to be compressed,
yeah, it shoots the same.
and it won't overpressure.
No,
Benchmark was my favorite powder, or is my favorite powder in 308. It's like Margaret. Yeah.
Yeah, Varget is great. It just doesn't meet her as easy as some others, but that's all right.
Well, it's kind of like the videos from Pakistan where they're loading rounds.
They just fill up.
Up and
Yeah. They fill the whole tray and just do this to it.
yeah,
Good to go. Yeah.
yeah, that's Margaret for you.
And it works, you can't really screw that up. So
okay. In Vegas right now, it's 106 inside the house.
Jeez.
Man,
oh my God. So you can tell by your phone what the degrees are in your house.
Yeah, I got one of them smart thermostats. So, because you have to turn the AC on like, 8 or 10 hours before you get there.
Because the air's not just hot; everything in that house is hot.
Holy crap!
The
Don't
floor, the walls, the furniture.
yeah,
It's all hot.
don't leave the butter out; it'd be all over the floor.
You don't leave the Coke cans out. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, your beer goes bad real quick in those temperatures.
Wow.
The air conditioner is set on my favorite position right now. So
All right, Pat. You're gonna have to get an electronic deadbolt so you don't have to cut every time.
yeah, the push button kind.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got the regular lock in the front. The regular doorknob is push button, but then there's a deadbolt on top of it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Get you the push button deadbolt, brother.
yeah. No, I spent
It's
$20 on 6 keys. So Sylvia has one on her wallet now, inside her purse. There's one in the hide key. I've got one. Yeah, there's
one in
plenty
the
of
glove
keys.
box. Yeah.
Okay. Just Jeff, I love 231, but rifle cartridges, no. I love 231 though. That's what's in the Dillon all the time.
I love Jeff's photo.
You can't bury anything out in Vegas, William. There's the dirt is harder than cement. You're not digging anything up at 2:30 in the morning without a shovel and a pick.
Yeah, well, you need a key rock, but everyone knows what that is, so they'll find it easy.
Yeah.
Kind
Get
of
you-
like under the mat.
Okay, put it in the fire bed.
Yeah. That must have been a pain. You're locked out. You get there.
Oh, the fun part was we were there because Sylvia lost the mailbox key, and we had to go to the post office to get a mailbox key, or she did. And we got there and
Yeah.
couldn't get in the house. Yeah, hilarious. This is not the first time either.
All right, you got to streamline that. You got to fix that problem. Yeah, streamline it.
I got another one for the bucket of shame. I wasn't paying attention when it was.
Yes,
Let's see it.
we love the bucket of shame.
Yeah.
Ah, that
Hey,
shoulder looks a
There's
little.
your headspace indicator right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, that shoulder will stop at one point. Yes.
That's what happens when you pull the lever before you adjust your cedar thigh. Oh crap!
Oh, I bet it's crimping real good though.
Yeah, buddy. Getting it to chamber is the hard part.
Oh, I love the buckets of shame. They're my favorites. Yes, when we did a live chat on buckets of shame. Yes, jars of shame, whatever. Hilarious.
Coffee can of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a coffee can. Yes.
Yeah, I love it though. It makes you laugh, even if you go in and do some picking, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
There you go.
Bucket of shame.
Wrong die. Oh.
You got a 223 die in there. Hey, where'd that come from?
Oh.
Everybody stuck a case in 223 die in their lifetime.
Yep, I got a 9mm that's been stuck for about 7 years now. I've wailed on that thing. I've dented up hammers. No, it ain't coming out.
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
thing I did was stuck a chisel in it.
Mm.
That RCBS case puller is great, but unless it's an RCBS die, small base die, nope, you're not pulling it out of there.
I'll be in just a minute. Love you.
My favorite's when you get a bullet stuck in a sizer. I just crank up the 420 pot and set it on the edge.
Hmm.
That's how you get those out.
Mm.
I think the most comical thing that I've seen was somebody with a stuck cartridge was Johnny's reloading bench when he got that. I think it was a 308. He got it stuck in the AR-10 that he was building, and he ended up having to.
Use a grease gun or whatever it was to get it out.
He had to pressurize that thing to get it out, and then all of a sudden it shot out and actually went through the wall or some crap. It was like,
Grease
wow.
shot all over his workbench. Yeah.
Yep. I miss old Johnny. I hope he's doing okay.
Is he?
I had his video, one of his videos pop up almost 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
When I was talking
Yeah,
about
he
he's not
disappeared.
good?
I text with him
Disappeared, but
every
he
once in
came
a
back.
while. He's just done with YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he popped back in for a few weeks and then disappeared again. And so I kept saying the hogs he was raising ate them.
I'll tell you what, out of all the big names out there that were on YouTube at the time, Johnny's reloading bench was tops. I mean, he was tops. If you didn't watch Johnny's reloading bench, then it's just the way it was. I had a lot of good conversations with him. I had a lot of respect for him. He was a
He
good
showed
dude.
you everything, good and bad.
Yep, he showed you everything.
There
Yep.
was no fluff. There was no sponsorships. None of that crap.
Not just that. When he got some of the piece of crap, he'd tell you. this is a piece of crap. You know, he wouldn't sit there and try to fluff it up or anything. He'd just tell you flat out, this is what's wrong with this. This is what's wrong with that. This is what you have to do here. This is what you have to do there. You know, I mean, he went right through the whole thing. In other words, save your money and don't buy this. It's a piece of crap.
Right. He called me after doing this 25 ACP because he knew I had one. It was one. He was like, "Do you want this?" You know, he's like, "This 25 ACP is only good for pissing people off."
Yeah. Well, if you ever hear from him, Kim, tell him that Thorzak says, hey, hang in there, and I hope he's doing good.
Check in with him every once in a while. Just say hi. Just checking in.
Yeah.
How you doing?
So he quit doing that and his outdoor channel at the same time?
Mhm.
Wow.
He
Yeah,
he is back in the he works on like repeater towers for police and fire and stuff like that. So he was a radio specialist in the military, and that's what he's gone back to. Hell, you got to buy beans and spaghetti, right?
Yep.
Because he lost his YouTube. He went all in on YouTube, and
They screwed him. Yep.
Yeah,
Just like they did everybody that did that. They screwed him.
because at first he was doing it, as a side gig, hobby or whatever, because he was working for the state that he lived in, and but when he went all in, I don't know, about 18 months later is when YouTube Again or whatever it is they caught where they cut off all the money to the gun tubers. Even Preacher, he just got tired of doing a video about bush hogging and getting a strike for crap like that, whatever.
Elvis Ammo, same thing.
Yeah.
Fortune cookie.
Fortune Cookie was in it for the money from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of his videos have been popping up on my feed here lately when I'm on YouTube.
I don't even need to watch his videos. I can just drive over to his house, knock on his door.
I wonder what Elvis is up to lately. Last time he was on the live chat, he was doing fencing and on his new property, and that was the last time we heard of him.
Well, my bet is he's
good old
probably,
boy's gonna earn something.
he's probably married, very married now.
Yeah. I think that's what happened, Pat. You're right. He got married, building fences on his new property, and that was the last time we ever heard of him.
He got into the prepping world,
Yeah.
off grid and all that. So who knows?
Well, he got his Dylan and we never saw him again.
He's
The
probably
screwdriver that he opened casting. You use an old screwdriver to open up his or cut his sprue plates with. That finally broke.
I just hope he has chickens. All right, roosters.
He's gonna have chickens no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
I hope he kept with the roosters. He ditched the airplanes flying over all the time, the little airplanes, but the roosters were hilarious.
And the acorns falling on his roof while he was doing videos
Mhm.
because he reloaded out in a tin shed.
Yeah. Yeah, he's teetotal.
His chickens.
Guys, I'm going to tell you what, we lived in good times. As far as YouTube and reloading, we lived in good times. There was a lot of good people out there.
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube, it's Elvis Ammo.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's a little Fonzie. Hey,
Yeah. Hey.
He got me in so much trouble. his lead was stacked neat, little bricks all along the wall.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
I've
staggered.
I've got it piled up in the corner in a pile, and Sylvia's like, no, you got to have it like Elvis.
He had a whole truckload of 55-gallon drums full of wheel weights. That was
Yeah.
nuts. That was like, holy crap.
Yep, that was a good one.
And then he ended up, some guy went and gave him all that powder, for powder coating. And he just had tons of that stuff. And he was trying to market it. He was like, yeah, go ahead and get a hold of me. And I can sell you some of this. And he was going to call it his own powder coat or whatever it was. It was like a brown color.
Spectacular. I got a pound of it.
It's
Oh,
green.
yeah.
It's like OD green, kind of green brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I miss Elvis. I miss him. That's how. He's the reason I started powder coating. So
Now I like the same company as Ozark. It's the Powder Coat Store.
Powder coat store, powder by the pound. Yeah.
Yep.
That's who Taco turned me on to.
well, wait. Are they two? Are they two different? Are they two different ones, or is it powder by the pound? That's what I heard of.
Hey, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll out. So,
All right, Dave, be good.
all right.
Dave, good to see you.
Yeah, it's good seeing you too, Pat. I always look forward to seeing you, Pat.
Oh, I tell you what, I was driving back from Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and I put on a playlist. It was the Repo Man soundtrack. And
Oh,
that
there we go.
it was just excellent. I missed that. So have a good one.
All right, we'll see you later, man.
So I got a question for
I'm
you.
going to go ahead and jump out too, guys. I'm
All
in.
right, Wallace.
All right.
I'll see
Good
you
night,
guys
guys.
next week.
Good night, Doris. Good night, hey, Rellis. Thanks for coming on. Good night, Rellis.
So zoom me in, Jim. This was a range pickup, 30-06. You think they had a headspace issue?
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
Well, it's got a Magnum ring now. Yeah.
So that's a 30-06.
It's got the belt.
Yeah. But you think they had a headspace issue? I guess this is same gun. You can see the rings.
I hope they just shot a few of them. They're asking for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
See that?
Okay.
Yeah, these are just range pickups. And I'm like, ooh wee, buddy.
Yeah. No.
Somebody's got a headspace issue in their gun.
Yep.
Wow.
I got it was $4 a pound for 30-06 national match, Lake City, but
Mhm.
it had been shot out of a 1909 or something. They were all bolts in the bottom and banana shaped. Real pain in the butt to resize.
But I'm
I
not
know-
guessing somebody's going to have a headspace separation on that gun eventually.
Yeah, that's bad. I wonder if people even check their breath. Some people.
Well, he left it on the floor.
They left it on the dirt, yeah.
Yeah.
And I found 5 of them, so either other people picked them up or these are pieces they missed. But well, here's the 6th one, but I turned it into a rust scraper. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a little deal I learned from Mark Novak, where he's talking about taking rose rust off of guns. I was working on those mill serps. That's
Yeah.
the best. That is the best rust scraper you'll ever have.
Yeah. Use something a lot softer. Yeah.
Oh, gentlemen, I'm usually in bed by now.
Hey, we can kill it. I'm glad you guys came on tonight. It was fun, and we're almost 4 hours. So yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, this about time I got home last weekend. I came out to jump on, and y'all shut her down after about an hour and a half or so last week.
Yeah, that was a quickie. Yeah, for us anyway. Yeah. So
Yeah, if you want to shut her down, Cranky is good to see you in the side chat.
I know it's good to see Cranky up.
Everybody in the side chat, but yeah, good to see Cranky again.
Yeah,
We can get Tin Man off the golf course. We'll get him on here one of these days.
I know. Tin Man hasn't been around for a few chats. Same with Mrs. Tin Man. That's disappointing, but they're busy. They got kids galore and cats galore, and yeah, Cranky. I'm glad you're still alive, baby.
Yep. Me and Sylvia were just talking about you. We had lost the roll of toilet paper, and Sylvia found it.
Roll of toilet paper.
We have Adam Schiff's face printed on toilet paper that I got from Cranky. And I was in the upstairs bathroom. It's like, where the hell is the Cranky toilet paper? You know, because that's part of the decor of that room. So,
Watermelon head. Yes, watermelon head.
oh, he's been awfully quiet. Have you noticed? Not a peep out of him.
Yeah, he's in trouble. I think Newsom's in trouble.
He'll run for governor. You know,
I know, but he's got so much baggage. It's going to be ugly. Anyway, everyone in the side chat, love y'all. It's been awesome, and it's time for the afoof. So, you guys ready?
sure.
Love y'all in the side chat. Until next time, and